My mom is really young because she had me really young. So
How old was she?
she had me at 19.
Okay.
That's
I
why.
see.
She got pregnant. She got pregnant right out of high school and had to get married. Thus the pro-life advocacy, because there's the story of Planned Parenthood with all that, and I'm very lucky I'm alive.
We're going to talk about it.
So anyway, all that to say, that's
I know, don't talk about it anymore.
I'm sorry, I'm not.
Oh, we're rolling. Okay.
Are you serious?
See?
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah. So how old is your mom now?
So my mom is 71.
Oh, okay.
And
what's your mom, Jerem?
69.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're babies.
Mom's
They're
60.
babies.
Think about, I mean, they're young to have us. I mean.
Well, she had turned 18 10 days before she had him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. I was in my high school play. Her high school play.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think I was at my mom's proms, but I'm pretty sure I was.
You might have been at that last one.
I mean,
I bet you were.
Maybe so.
I bet you were, and she didn't know it. Maybe.
Yeah, could be.
How long? When did she find out she was pregnant?
I don't know. I just remember I didn't find this out honestly till I was old and married, and I don't think I hadn't had Sarah Clayton yet, but she one day just decided to tell me the whole story, and I was just sitting in her kitchen like looking at Jody and kind of looking around at my family, going, "When was somebody going to tell me this?"
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. I'm like, I mean, it would have been. I guess you just don't talk about stuff in
Right.
their generation. I feel like didn't talk about anything.
Did you just not ever do the math?
No.
That's the same with my family.
No.
We didn't ever do the math with my older sister.
I did
He
it
did the math.
immediately.
You did it immediately.
Oh, I outed them.
With
outed them.
my family, yeah.
Yeah.
He told my sister, he's like, you realize, what was going on here. And she was like, no.
Well, I thought that she would have. I mean, it's her birthday and their anniversary. I thought she'd have done the math. I actually
great.
thought the family knew.
Oh.
Like I was like,
Oh, but you outed in front of the whole family?
She was a honeymoon baby is what we always.
Well, so I just knew that my mom and dad got married really young. And I just thought, oh, that's what they did back then.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even think about it.
You didn't even.
And they didn't stay married that long, unfortunately. I mean, they didn't, I think I was probably 2. So, but when my dad tells the story, it's when she called him. I mean, there's no way I can tell it the way he tells it. It's hysterical. But how I found out is that, okay, can I get political at all? I mean, I'm bringing a person that's in politics into this, and this is why.
Absolutely.
So it was when Obama was running for president, and for some reason there was some big, scandal about a nurse from Chicago that was talking about partial birth abortions or something.
Okay.
And somehow, I don't even know. I think it's just because Obama was from Chicago, right? Because none of us really knew anything about him. He just kind of came out of nowhere. So my mom is literally behind, like I'm sitting at the bar and my mom's on the other side of it. And she's like, well, because we started talking about, I'd always been pro-life. Like I talked about it in high school. Like no one had ever talked to me about abortions, but my mom and my stepdad, when I was really little, to backtrack a little bit, we went to Two Rivers Baptist Church in Nashville. Mm-hmm. And I remember one night they showed a video, and it was from a pastor. It was called Operation Rescue, and they're on VHS tapes. And I was like, I need to take this to school. Everyone needs to see this. And my parents like, I don't think anyone's going to let you bring that to school. I'm like, no. People need to see this. Like, this is what an abortion is. This is what this looks like. And
so they actually showed an abortion.
They showed an abortion. They talked about it very, in detail. They had videos of this pastor and his church. They would go and pray in front of abortion clinics, not do anything inappropriate, not attack anybody or do anything. They literally and then they get arrested. And so, but I thought if I take it to school and show kids, they won't have sex. They'll be so scared to get pregnant. So
you had a whole plan.
I had a whole plan about having people not have abortions because they're not going to get pregnant because they're going to see this. And so I would write poems about abortion. No one ever said a word to me.
Isn't that interesting?
I mean,
that had a huge effect on you.
Yes. And so here I am, probably in my late 20s, and whenever that was, and my mom says, well, just so you know, a friend of mine took me to Planned Parenthood to have an abortion with you.
Oh,
and everyone's just kind of sitting there like, what? I don't understand. And she didn't tell me who. And she said, yes, I went in, and, I was scared to death. I was 19 years old. And she said, I went in and they said that you were nothing, that you were just a piece of tissue and it wouldn't be any big deal. And she goes, and she wasn't a Christian. So this is even more of a miracle, not to say, Christians don't have abortions. I mean, it's, but she did not know the Lord at all. And so she said, something just told me that's not true. I didn't believe it for one minute that, and I want to say that they knew I was a girl.
So she was pretty far.
I mean, somewhere where you would, I think when I found out Sarah Clayton was a girl, it was pretty early.
Right, but back then.
So I don't know. But she knew, and she goes, I just don't believe them. I don't believe that that you were nothing. And that she said they kept saying tissue and that it was nothing. And so I was like, wow, I can't believe you walked out. And she goes, I got like sick. Like I thought, no, this is not true. I don't believe it. And then I think that's probably when she left and called my dad. I was like, hey,
just so you know,
this is what's going on.
We're having a little girl.
Yeah, we're having a little girl.
We're
having a baby. And so anyway, she's my hero for that. She didn't have to have me. I understand her whole life was ahead of her. But I say to this day, it wasn't for me. It was for Sarah Clayton. It has nothing. I truly believe it had nothing to do with me. Personally, it was God needed me to be born so Sarah Clayton would be born. That's what
she is pretty great.
So she's a pretty great kid. Yeah. She's pretty great.
Well, this is Stephanie McBrayer.
Yeah,
and she's a friend of mine, and we've known you. Gosh, you used to work at Provident. Did we meet you at Provident? Mm-hmm. Okay, so she was the creative director at Provident Records for I think you said 8 years.
About 8 years. I started out in A&R and production of the packaging.
Did you go to school for that?
I went to interior design school. And
how did you get into that?
Stay right up on that mic if you know. That's okay.
Yeah.
Just stay in front of it.
Sorry. So a friend of mine, well, the weird thing is right before I met Jody, I went to a church called New Song. And the entire singles group of people that I knew, they were all in music. Every single one of them.
I know a lot of stories from that time at New Song because
you probably knew
they're all at Benson.
Yeah, because Scott Williamson
and the Williamson,
they were all
there.
Yeah, they were all there. Everyone worked at Benson, I feel like.
Oh, how funny.
And I was the only one. I was in interior design. And Chad Dickerson at the time went to New Song, and he's still really good friends with the Williamsons. And so he had this availability for an A&R assistant and production assistant. And I just got married to Jody, and I was finishing.
Were you a fan of Avalon?
No.
Avalon
I
wasn't
didn't
going.
No,
yet,
Avalon.
Right?
He had just moved to town when I met him.
Okay.
Well, let me say this: Stephanie is married to Jody McBrayer, who is in Avalon.
The leader of Avalon.
Who has the voice of an angel.
Yeah,
let's
not,
just say.
He sounds like a girl,
it's
too.
It's not.
So no.
He does sing like a girl.
He does. He gets it's
just
fine.
Has
That's
a range that's out of control.
Yeah, he does.
But
he
is,
oh my
he
God.
is
He's not
the
bad.
leader. When we were out on the road and played some dates with them, I watched everybody. Everybody, Jennifer and me watched. We loved it. But Jody, he's the one you watch.
My gosh.
He's the one where you're like, oh, this is him and some other people.
Yes, exactly.
Stop it.
That was Avalon.
They were they were all four of them. I loved them all.
I know they're all great.
Their voices together were
no.
And Jana's insane.
Sure,
yeah, her voice is insane. I think for a guy, it's not typical for a guy. I will say about Jody, as good as he is as a singer, I feel like what sets Jody apart is his communication. You believe what he sings. You know how someone can get up there and they have a beautiful voice, but it's just a beautiful voice.
Right.
Right? They don't have you in the palm of their hand. They don't draw you in. And from the first time I heard him sing, I felt like that from him. Wow, okay, that's different.
Right.
You're communicating the song. I hang on almost every word. And I think that's what sets him apart. Yes, he's an amazing singer, but he's a feeler.
Amazing.
He's a feeler, like almost
and you've been
more
married
than me.
26 years.
They'll be 27 in March. We've been together for 30 years.
Okay.
We dated a long time.
You did date a long time.
We broke up a lot, but we dated a long time. But
That's why.
it was really just because he was gone. When I met him, I had no idea I had no idea he sang, put it that way. And I had been introduced to other singers, and they will remain nameless.
Love to hear these stories.
No. And
Come
I dated a drummer right before this, and he was gone all the time, and so my stepdad and my dad, they never really traveled, so I just wasn't. I thought, I don't think I could be alone all the time and live like this. This life is weird to me.
Right.
And back then, I mean, now it'd be so much easier because we have our cell phones and FaceTime, but we didn't have phones. Think about
true.
that.
Yeah, that
we
is
had
so
no
true.
phones. You might have had a BlackBerry. I mean, like, what are you
No,
gonna
not
do?
yet.
Oh, well, maybe not. I
Not
didn't get a
26.
BlackBerry until Providence. I got
Right.
a BlackBerry at Providence.
Yeah.
And we've had Beeson on this podcast. So
Have
you
you
know
really?
Robert. Oh yeah. He and I are super good friends.
He was the second to last boss I had. Oh, I love Robert.
He's the best.
He was, I hate to say he was my best boss. I liked all of them for different reasons, but I kept getting new ones all the time. And that was very stressful.
We've had John Mays.
Okay, he was never my boss, but I know who he is.
We love him. Robert, which is weird because she and I met Robert and John pretty much around the same time, and we've stayed really good friends, which is so fun.
We were good friends with Robert when we were there.
Yeah.
No, we didn't like him very much.
Yeah.
And he didn't like us at all.
Oh, no.
Well, he wanted to.
He wanted to. We just,
We were a little bit misread by the whole industry. Well, you guys knew each other. You
Kind
two.
of.
I mean, yeah,
Kind
we
of.
got along really well. Like, I always loved Jennifer.
Yeah.
But you have to remember this. Like, I was at Reunion technically.
Yeah.
Right.
And Essential was like, I can say this now because none of us are there, but everyone over at Reunion, it was like we were like the nice.
You were the good kids.
The good kids that
And we were the rebels.
and they were the rebels. It was true, and we came up with this thing where back then Harry Potter was big, and I was like, if we were Harry Potter, it's Gryffindor, and what was Slytherin and Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw, and I was like, we're Gryffindor, and they're definitely Slytherin.
Yes.
Like there was like this
so true.
vibe, right? It's
So true.
no, we said Sparrow was Gryffindor. Sorry,
You
we
were
were Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
Reunion was Hufflepuff, and everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, that's so true." That is, I mean, because I was like, "Why are we so different? We're just different." And it's not that there was a jealousy there. It was just like, what are they doing down there? Because y'all were at the end of the hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are
And
they
it was
doing?
blue lights and
It was-
U2
it was
and
It was
cool
a
people.
totally
Yeah.
different vibe, right?
And then they had us, and we did not fit that. We
well, you
should have
were
been
on
with y'all.
You should have been on Reunion.
We should have been with you
right?
guys.
But I will say,
We passed on Reunion.
well, it's okay. I mean, I didn't own it. You don't offend me.
Well,
But
wait, is that the one
is that the
that
one
we
you
were
passed
talking
on?
to?
Okay.
I have like two people in town that really don't like me.
And he's one of them.
And they're
Who?
We'll talk about it.
Okay,
then.
we'll talk about it on camera. But the weird thing is, like, I will say this about it. It was, besides being a Christian, getting married to Jody, and having a baby, like, that was the most amazing time of my life. And I didn't know it at the time, right?
Oh, sure, you don't
I had
know
no idea that I would miss that. I would miss my friends, the group that we had.
How old were you then?
25
Yeah.
when I got that job.
Oh yeah.
My
And if I told
gosh.
you how much money I made, you would absolutely die.
Yeah.
It was
in a
bad.
good way or a bad way?
Bad.
Like you hardly made any money.
I if I hadn't have been married, I would have had to live at home.
Yeah.
And every year my job review or whatever, and they'd be like, yeah, we can't, other people are in line and I will say, Robert, when he became my boss, pushed my paper that I made across it during my review and was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And he goes, I cannot believe this is what you've been making. And I said, I love it. I love my life. I'm happy. This is like, it's like I got to take all the interior design, creativity, and my brain just works that way. I'm just always creating in my head. So for them to bring an artist to the table and say, we need you, this is the record, and we
Who
need
are
you
your
to
favorites, the artists?
I loved everybody, but I will tell you, the most precious person I worked with was Michael W. Smith.
Yeah.
And I'm not kidding. Like, Michael is the exact same person. There is no, it's not like he's putting on a Christian show, right? His character is exactly what you see is what you get.
Right.
And he was probably my absolute favorite because I felt like he genuinely appreciated everyone around. Like, no one was beneath him, below him. And he's Michael W. Smith, right? And I had a girl named Jill Paquette. Do y'all remember Jill Paquette?
I know Jill. Yeah.
Jill Paquette.
I loved her.
Yeah, we still listen to some of her songs.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that Come to Me song. And
Yes.
Jill,
we still listen
Jill
to her.
was
she's great.
We kind of came up with a ministry we wanted to do together, and we never got to do it together. And
great.
It made me really sad. She's a beautiful girl, amazing singer. I loved her voice.
Do you keep up with her? What's she doing?
No, I mean, Facebook helped me keep up with people for a while, and then I don't know if it's an algorithm thing or just people would just disappear. And so I don't know. She lives out west somewhere.
She's Canadian, I think.
Yes. So we, like Dan Mann, do y'all remember Dan Mann? He was a manager. He brought us like 6 acts from Canada. So it was Shine, MK, Jake, which was 3 brothers.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty sure. But Jill Paquette was under Mike. Oh, he just passed away, and he was so kind. He was a manager, and he literally just passed away.
Scalaric?
No, that's Mitch.
Did Mitch die?
No,
Mitch.
no,
Oh,
he's
okay,
alive. No, he's alive.
Wait.
Oh gosh, no.
Wait, we had dinner with him the other night. Never mind. Not Mitch.
No, you would
At
know
that
this
thing Aaron and Kenda took us to. I think Mitch was there.
Oh, was he at that? I don't know.
Yeah.
This I it's on the tip of my tongue, but anyway, he was her manager. I mean, gosh, I had a lot of. Crystal Myers was a fun photo shoot. We went to LA for her.
She's out in California.
She was a
No, that's
fun
Crystal
one to
Lewis.
do.
Never mind.
That's Crystal Lewis.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, we don't
Crystal
know.
Lewis got my husband to get a tattoo, his first tattoo.
Oh,
so.
what's he have?
She took him to get it.
Does he have more? How many?
He has a lot of tattoos.
Jody McBrayer is tattooed.
has tattoos.
Jody has so many tattoos.
No
He
way.
is, and I finally got one with him, but yeah, he has a.
What do you have?
He has
Let me
almost
see.
a sleeve. So
I can
this
see you're
is-
pointed at your arm.
So it's for my brother.
Aw.
So we had Sarah Clayton had the idea that my brother Wade passed away a year and a half ago, and his son looks just like him, acts just like him, and he's 11. And she went in his room one day and said, "Hey, why don't you write out your dad's initials for us on a piece of paper, because we've been wanting to get his initials, of some sort put on all of us." And so he wrote it like 10 different times, and then he circled the one he liked the most. And so we took it to the tattoo place. I was a wreck. I never wanted to get it. Well, that's not true. One time when I had something to drink when I shouldn't have been drinking,
It was probably a decent thing.
No, this is in college. I almost got a.
Oh, please. What?
Oh my gosh, it's so bad. Sarah Clayton and Jody they're going to cry. I almost got a cowboy Mickey on my ankle.
Oh, God,
because
I wish
they
you
had
would've.
they had a book out. And I didn't, and my girlfriend was like, "Let's get tattoos." We went to the beach. There was a tattoo parlor at the beach, and I'm flipping through it, and I was like, "I'm good."
Tattoo Mickey.
And he was like, he had chaps.
Oh, yeah.
He was a
Okay.
sheriff. He was
Yeah.
a sheriff, and
Of
he had the
course.
big 10-gallon
Was
hat.
this in like Destin?
It was in Orange Beach because I was at
okay.
University of Mobile.
Okay.
And so we had to have been at the beach somewhere there. And he like has guns out. And the lady was laughing, and she goes, "You know what? Why don't you wait 24 hours and come back if you really want it?"
That was a good
Boy,
idea.
that
Right, if
was
I could
so
find
good of
her.
Yeah.
I'd probably buy her a car. Like my
Yeah.
life, like if I
Yeah.
had a Sheriff Mickey with
Yeah.
chaps,
on your
like,
ankle.
what am I doing?
Well, if you're a tattoo artist in Orange Beach right now, you can email me because it sounds like you got a car coming to you.
Exactly.
Right. I mean, y'all, that would have been so bad. And I never really wanted to get a tattoo. So I remember the next day going, I can't drink at all. And if I have like one little drink, I'm ridiculous.
You're done. You're getting a Mickey
I have
tattoo.
Zero tolerance. So I just, I'll have a half a glass of wine if I ever do. And so I probably had like a wine cooler that day and like
A Zima.
Yeah, I probably had a Zima that day, and I didn't hardly ever drink. So it's so weird that was the day. So it was probably an angel, baby.
Let's just wait on the Mickey.
Let's wait on Sheriff Mickey. So.
We were at dinner with Hillary and Bill Wellens. Bill was.
Do you know them?
Bill was pastoring our church at the time.
No.
And so we're sitting at dinner one night in Franklin, and Bill
We're at the
sees
Red Pony.
this. Yeah, Bill sees
Red
this
Pony.
server, and she's got a tattoo that he's like, if I get a tattoo, it would be that one. So through
He
the
calls
course
her over. We're looking at it.
through the
Okay.
course of dinner, we're like, Bill, you should do that. And Jennifer's like, Jeremy, you've been wanting one, because we just moved back from Africa, and I kind of wanted something to.
You went to Africa.
I wanted to just kind of, mark that time. And I liked her tattoo too. And Jennifer's like, that's kind of what you're talking about getting. And I told Bill, I said, well, if you get it, I'll get it. And then Hillary looks at Jennifer and goes, would you get one? And
Well, Hillary was going through a whole bunch of stuff too, and she's like, I'd get a tattoo too.
Oh.
I mean, I've been kind of thinking about it. He's like, yeah. And I
So-
was like, well, if y'all three are getting them, I'll get one.
Yeah.
so
feel left
we
out.
leave
Yeah.
that restaurant and go to the tattoo
That's
parlor.
how meaningful a tattoo was for me. If you guys are getting them, I'll get them.
Well, she's always down for a hang.
Yeah.
So we leave the Red Pony and drive to that skanky tattoo
The one
parlor
over
down
by
on
Pueblo
Main
Real
Street.
on West Main.
Oh, yeah, I know the one.
So we
Yes.
walk in, and the girls are kind of going through a flip book. Bill has
the flip book. That
Bill-
is, don't ever go to the flip
Right.
book. People.
So they're going through the
Don't
flip
do
book.
that.
In the meantime, Bill has the girl design the one that he wants.
Okay.
And it's just real, simple little cross. And so he's going to get it. I'm going to get it. They've picked out ones that they're going to get. And they put the Cracker Jack thing on, like the temporary to go,
yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. And Bill's like, yeah, that's cool. And so they go, who wants to go? And Bill's like, I'm scared to go first. And
Yeah.
Hillary's like, I can't go first. It looks like it hurts. And Jennifer's like, well, I'm going to go
Well, I wasn't
last.
sure what I wanted yet. So I was kind of like, I'm not sure yet.
So I was
what
like,
want.
well, I don't.
But
I
I'll
mean,
go.
I said, I can go first. I mean, if we're all doing it. And so
If we're
we
all
sit
doing
down, and the tattoo artist gets out their thing, and it's a small tattoo. And she's like, she gets halfway through the first side. And Bill looks at Hillary and says, Hillary, I don't know about that on you. And Hillary is like, yeah, I think I'm out. And Jennifer goes, it happened.
No.
It happened this fast.
He goes, well, if you're out, I'm out. He says to Hillary.
Oh my God.
And
And,
Jennifer
I'm
goes,
like,
you're halfway through your tattoo.
well, it happened this
It's
fast.
Not a sticker.
He goes, if you're out, I'm out. She goes, I think I'm out. He goes, I'm out. Jennifer goes, well, I'm out.
What did you get?
This little cross. Within 15 seconds,
Everyone's out.
everyone was out, and mine was halfway through. Come on in, babe.
Sadie Claire.
Sadie Claire's here.
We both have SC daughters.
Hi.
So,
Hi.
which, by the way, the girl on Outer Banks, what's her name?
Oh, what is her?
Sarah Cameron.
Yes, I
Sarah
always call her.
Cameron.
I call her Sarah Clayton all the time.
So I know this because I have a 20-year-old daughter. So
So,
whose name is
Yeah.
almost Sarah.
I have a tattoo also.
Yes.
it's
just-
pretty little. It's not,
very
It's
small.
not a sleeve or anything.
And
You're
I'm
good.
definitely not embarrassed of it, but it's just funny that we went together.
I
and
think
it was-
that's pretty lame that everyone backed out on you. I'm sorry. You're in the
For
because it
sure.
hurts. I mean, it didn't hurt.
Okay,
horrible.
let me see
That
yours.
didn't hurt bad, but I'm a big chicken.
No,
and,
that hurts.
But on the bone.
Oh, let me see though.
That is tiny.
So it's WB. And it's in Owen's handwriting.
Oh, how old is Owen?
Well, what's his name?
Owen. So Owen is Owen Wade Benz, and my
Okay.
brother's Gary Wade Benz.
Okay.
So, but he was Wade Benz.
Was he married?
Yes, with
I'm
4 kids.
so sorry. I remember when this happened a year and a half ago, because I think I
don't
texted you.
really- I think I.
I think
blacked a
I
lot of it out.
texted you, and
If you did, I'm sorry.
no, it's okay.
I don't remember.
I just told you. I said, "Hey, I'm so sorry to hear about this." Jennifer told me, and I do grief work with people. If you ever want to talk, just call me.
Oh, well, here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Here we are.
You're talking.
Well, I will tell you that Sarah Clayton took my phone probably within the first 24 hours and wouldn't let me have it.
How'd you find out?
I had over 500 text messages, and I was pretty much I was in such. I think it has to be your body. God created it to when you're in that kind of shock or whatever.
right.
I went looking for him.
How would you find?
Because you're very close. You guys are a very close family.
Yes. I mean, probably some people would say we were too close because we just loved being together. My stepdad was the funniest person that God has ever put on this planet. And everyone just wanted to be with him. If you knew Gary Benz, if you didn't like Gary Benz, that was your problem because he was the funniest. He was a prankster, he just everything. He was amazing and loved Jesus, did things for people without anyone ever knowing. The amount of people, when he had his stroke, the amount of people that sent me private messages that said, you don't know this, but Gary gave me my first job. Gary gave me money when we couldn't pay our rent. Gary sat with us at the hospital. We didn't know him. We met him at the hospital. He saw us crying. Our son was dying, and he came every day.
Wow.
But he's not living anymore.
He is. He had a brainstem stroke about 8.5 years ago. And he had the brainstem stroke when my mom was in surgery for cancer. So we're sitting in Vanderbilt. And that's why Gary lived, my stepdad, that's why he lived. Because I was sitting with him and we were working. I had my computer out and we had a business and a family business. And people were taking turns going back there and praying over my mom. She found out she had cancer in her eye. And it was melanoma. And very quickly, if you don't catch that, it goes into your lungs and liver and kills you very quickly. And so...
Did it?
No, my mom's living and she's
awesome.
cancer free.
Man, that's huge.
Yeah. And the doctor that did her surgery, he moved up the surgery. I mean, all of it, because my stepdad Gary was on the golf course. He was the mayor of West Haven, right? They called him the mayor, and he played golf almost every single day in golf tournaments. I mean, that was his life. So he'd go to work for a few hours, go out, and he was a salesman. So he'd go see all of his people and make some money, and then go play golf. And so we're sitting there, and he had come out from mom and I had, and we were talking, and it was the weirdest thing. He literally, he had jumped in a swimming pool. He was soaking wet, and he goes, "Oh, my head hurts." And he starts taking off his belt, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" And I'm kind of laughing because I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he takes his glasses off, and he's literally almost undressing, but he's soaked. And I was like, "What's wrong? What is wrong? What is happening?" And he was like, something's wrong. So I went and ran and got the lady who was at the front desk. Well, she just happened to used to be a ER nurse. So she sees him and goes and calls for a crash cart or whatever. I mean, within seconds, everyone's in there working on him. And we're just like, what is happening? But we're at Vanderbilt, right? So it's no big deal. They're fine. So everyone's like, your mom's going to want to see Gary, before he goes in. She's going to want to see him before she gets wheeled back. So I have to go and we're all just...
So they were in surgery at the same time?
Yeah. Yes. So I'm trying to cliff notes this because it was a lot. She is about to go into surgery and she goes, I want to see Dad. And I said, well, he got a little sick, and so they're looking at him, and she goes, well, I want to see. Then I'm not going into surgery. So I called our pastor, Pastor Tim Johnson. At the time, he was our pastor. Precious. I couldn't have made it through anything without this man. I'm not even kidding you. And he was like, you go in there, and he's like, woman of God, you get in there and you tell your mom to go into surgery. And so I'm like, okay. So I went in there, and I'm like, Mom, Wade's going to go be with Dad, and I'm going to be out here waiting for you. The surgery's really fast. You'll be out, whatever. So when Wade didn't call me for a long time, we'd had a lot of people coming to see my mom. So they're like, we're going to wait here for your mom. Don't worry. You go and be with Wade. So I'm in the ER with Wade in the ER room, and we're blowing up gloves, okay? And we're making gloving. I'm not kidding. We were stressed. We were making jokes. Wade and I, he was my best friend. I mean, Jody joked and was like, when I got married to you, I married two people. You were a package deal. It was you and Wade. And we were 4 years apart, and, we're best friends. He was my buddy, and we did everything together. And so, and Gary was our life in some ways, probably I don't want to say an idol, but now looking back, we just worshiped him, right? And so I remember when they came back in the room, because they had taken him to do an MRI, and they hit some button, and every alarm in the world went off, and they said, we need you to leave. We're bringing a counselor in. he is having a brainstem stroke as he's in the MRI.
Oh my!
And we're watching it happen, and we have some people coming to get you, and we're like, and Wade just collapses. I mean, he collapses, and I'm just, what do you mean? You know, so they come with like a social worker and another doctor, and they took us in a room and said, this is what's happening, and he's either going to die or he's going to be a vegetable. He is not the same man that you just saw. And I was like, well, and no offense, but the doctor looked like he was 14 and a half. I mean, I was shocked. And not to slam him, but, you know, Vanderbilt's a teaching hospital.
Right.
And I'm like, I could be your mom. Like, this is, and I said, I need you and Jesus to get in there and save his life, because my mom is in surgery right now, and I'm not telling her husband's dead. So everyone in this hospital needs to save his life right. I mean, I was mad. I was like, he is not dying. I told my mom he was okay. She's in surgery. He is not dying. And I called Pastor Tim. People were at the hospital. You know, the hospital started just getting nuts because people are hearing about this.
Right.
Then they take us to up to the sixth. At the time, it was the sixth floor, is the brain, like, you know, traumatic brain injuries and stuff. And that's where the helicopter kind of lands on the thing. And the whole room was filled. I mean, like, people thought the governor or a mayor or something was there. It was insane. And so obviously my mom's in surgery. She came out fine. Wait.
Where is everybody?
No, well, this is what they did for us. They kept her sedated. They kept her overnight. Wow. She didn't know till the next day.
Boy, that's nice.
And so I had to go in and we drew straws.
Mm-hmm. And you got them.
And of course, the boys made me go, because my brother Chase someone flew him in, because he lives in LA. Flew him in, and we drew straws. And I had to tell my mom. I was so mad at the boys for that one, but you know, it was funny because I would go in, and I will say, no one gave us any hope, like not even a little bit. And they let us all in there. I mean, it was like a party in his room. People were laying hands on him. They were praying on him. We were playing CC Winans. We were playing, you know, old, like Bethel, you know, early praise and worship. The old school stuff. I mean, we were blasting it. And like, this man's not dying. Like, that's not happening. And so it was insane. He ended up having a brain bleed, a heart attack.
Oh my goodness.
Over the next 6 months, that was our life. We lived in the IC. Like,
so how is he?
Well, he can talk. He knows who he is. He knows us. But he's kind of like a toddler. I mean, he's got a really bad sense of humor now. You know, you have to kind of reel him in public sometimes.
Like farts and poops and that kind of thing.
Yes, and it can get even worse than that. But definitely
He'd
loves
like
to
this
talk.
podcast probably.
He would.
Oh, his potty talk. You're just like, sweat. I mean, I sweat. I used to take him to church, and I would sweat because I'm like, if he would heckle, the pastor was his friend, and he would heckle him, and I'm just like, I'm so sorry, and I just want to hide, you know. But, you know, I think if he hadn't have known us, I would have wanted God to take him.
Yeah. You
know, and I still think, is this cruel? I mean, he can't walk. He can walk with us holding him up. His legs work, but his body doesn't know how to walk.
Wow.
And
so he's never been resentful that you saved him, though.
He doesn't remember anything.
Oh, okay.
So he doesn't know that he doesn't even know he had a stroke. I don't think
Does he even remember life before?
A long time before.
Does he not know he's not normal?
Every once in a while, like, cause he's so happy most of the time. Like we take him to lunch, and we take him out on good days. I mean,
he's a happy toddler.
Oh yeah. And some days it's almost like, I try to describe it. It's like when you have a parent with dementia, like, and then all of a sudden one day they're totally normal, and you're going, they're back for a second, but then they go back into the thing, you know. And we get moments, and my mom says in his sleep he talks exactly like he talked before, because he had a trach for a really long time, and he kept pulling it out, and then they had to keep, and so it really hurt his vocal cords. Yeah. So his voice is different. So I used to call his phone all the time so I could hear him, because I just wanted to hear his voice, you know, the old Gary.
Yeah.
But he, you know, he remembers a lot. Like, his high school buddies come over, and they talk about high school, and he knows details. So it's literally like maybe the months leading up to his stroke, he doesn't know anything. I've asked him, I've told him, he doesn't remember any of it. That is a gift.
But he remembers you guys and your mom and all that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But it is a blessing. He knows what happened with Wade, but he doesn't. It's not something that he thinks about every day because his brain doesn't work that way. Like,
what a gift
the
that
doctor
is,
said that it's like, and actually Wade took him to the doctor one day and gave me a break because I was kind of in charge of his health. So I worked with all the doctors. Like one of the days they said in order to save him, and no one was there, everyone went home to sleep. And I stayed back because I couldn't leave him. And my mom couldn't come to the hospital because she was doing radiation. So they were like, we've got to drill a hole. And you have to sign something for us to do that.
Oh my goodness.
And sorry. And I was like, okay, so like, what am I signing? Like, well, if he dies, that you've said this is okay, but we have to save him. The pressure has to be released. And so I signed it, and again, by myself, no one's there. Everyone's either at work or asleep or whatever. And I went to this stairwell and I was screaming. That's like one of my biggest memories of that is I was screaming and just like, if he dies, everyone's going to blame me. It's going to be my fault. But they're telling me I don't have a choice here. They're telling me.
If he dies either way, it's your fault.
Right. And so I'm like, I'm going to make this decision. And there had been several people. Actually, the craziest thing is at the time, Loretta Lynn had a stroke and she was on our floor. And so there was like 5 or 6 stroke patients, and I was meeting families, and they were dying. Like, I'd get to know these families and spend the day with them, and then they'd be out bawling, and I'm like, are you? And they're like, didn't make it. And they were telling me what they were doing. And so what I think was happening is these people, those were the last resorts. They were doing these certain, putting the holes and releasing pressure. Well, with my stepdad, they were like, we want to start with those things. It seemed like because they were losing patients left and right.
Oh, interesting.
And it was almost like, we don't want to get to that level of emergency. Right. And so they're thinking, and he could give me a thumbs up. One time he shot me a bird. Like he did. He had tons of friends that came to see him. His pastor, all of his friends. Steve Berger was one of his best buddies, and Rick Kua. Do you know who Rick Kua? Oh, Rick Kua. And Pastor Steve and Rick Kua and all these men, are standing out in the waiting room, and they're all like, "Can you go in and check on him?" So this is the only funny thing that happened. I go in and I'm like, Poppy, I am here. It's Stephanie. I'm here. You have 1,000 people outside that want to know if you're in there, because we didn't know if he was in there. And I said, I need you to give me a thumbs up. And he shot me a bird.
He gave me the finger.
He gave me the finger. And so I came out and I go, he's in there. He shot me a bird. And he didn't do that. Right. So,
that is hilarious.
And so,
little did you know, this is your life now.
Well, and he called Pastor Steve, he called him Burger. And so, I'm sure he wanted Burger, because I told him he was out there, and I'm sure he wanted Burger to get the bird, or something to be funny, because he was very funny. So anyway, that's a lot. Very heavy. I'm so sorry.
Oh my gosh, no.
No, that's
very heavy. But
so then this was 7 years ago.
It was in 2017.
Okay.
Or 2018. It was it had to be 2017 because it was way before COVID.
Yeah.
It was yeah.
And then Wade is just a year and a half.
A year and a half ago.
So when you say you went looking for him, he was missing for a while?
I mean, I want to be careful because I want to be super sensitive to my sister-in-law. But I had been on the phone with Ole Miss because Sarah Clayton was going to either go to Ole Miss or Sanford.
Where'd she go?
She ended up at Ole Miss.
Well, congrats on last weekend.
Oh, that was stressful. I mean,
it was a big day.
Yeah, it was a big day. It's so fun. I'm sorry. I know people hate Lane Kiffin, but I think he's hysterical.
He's funny.
I'm sorry. I think it's because he doesn't take himself so freaking serious.
No.
He's hysterical. He's really funny.
He's the coach, and he's super dry. Has like a Twitter account.
His Twitter account.
He trolls people.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
I mean, he's like us.
I would like him.
I think he reminds me of, if I was a coach. If I would, I'd love to be a football coach.
You would love it.
I think, I don't know. I think my temper would get the best of me because I take it so
serious. Yeah, but that's
serious.
probably good, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't play around.
That's
definitely.
Right.
But but yeah, they had a great weekend. But no, she was going to Ole Miss, and so I was talking to a lady there about. I had a lot of questions because we were making a decision. So I was like, I did a pros and cons for Sarah Clayton, and so Natalie, who's Wade's wife, texted Jody. Was like, hey, have you talked to Wade today? And so, you know, we all follow each other on Life 360, and so. Anyway, without giving too many things, I went looking for him, and I mean, I got in my car and I was gone. And Jody called me, and he starts screaming at me, and he's like, "You stop your car! You stop your car! You are not going." And I said, "No, I'm right here. I mean, I'm right where he is. No, I'm not stopping my car. I'm going to him." And he talked to me in a way, not mean, not like, but with such authority. In a way that he's never talked to me like that before.
What did he say?
I don't hardly remember, except it was something like, in the name of Jesus, you will listen to me and you will hear. Like he said the Lord told him to stop me because I was right like a street away. So
was it here or in Mississippi?
It is in town.
It was in town.
And so I stopped my car, and then I drove back somewhere. I don't want to say where.
Right.
I drove back somewhere and parked my car, and then I couldn't. Then it just, something in me just like, this is. I mean, I was going like, nothing's wrong. Like,
right.
I was like, this doesn't make any sense, and so I wasn't like freaking out yet. And then,
did you guys know that he was sad?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
oh,
yeah,
you
yeah.
did.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, what my stepdad stroke did, that's his dad, right? I mean, he's obviously I get the awesome privilege of having two dads, right? I love both of my dads so much. Very different people, and just both of them the coolest. I'm so grateful, but that's his dad, right? And I think I watched him the day that Gary had a stroke, and it did something to him.
Died.
Wow.
That was his.
Yeah.
They were business partners too. Yeah. So where I didn't have to walk past his office every day, my brother did.
Yeah.
And the lights are off, and all this stuff is exactly how he left it. And I remember going and sitting in his office one day, and just sitting at his desk and seeing his Post-its, and just laying over his desk, and thinking, my brother has to walk past this every day and do this alone now. And Gary kept a journal every day, and he wrote, and he got up at 4:30 in the morning and prayed every morning for all of us. And I was mad because I'm like, he prays for our entire family every morning. Like,
right.
We lost that. Like, this man was praying down heaven every morning for us before he ever did anything, and wrote us by name. Everybody had, it wasn't my family. Every one of us had something by our name that he prayed over. And so, but I thought he'd get better. I really did. Because my aunt had a stroke, and even though she's paralyzed on her right side, I mean, she's a beast. I mean,
but you saw this in Wade.
Yeah, like he was sad, but and Wade's was really, really, really funny. Like, he was as funny as Gary in a different way. Like, he was hysterical. And so to see so much of that be gone, now you can see moments of it, right?
Right.
But then COVID came and destroyed our business. And like, we barely kept it.
What'd you guys do?
This is insane. So we had a merch business.
Okay.
So during COVID, my brother shipped in masks from China.
Oh, smart.
Because, and I would joke and put on a hazmat suit to open them as a joke. Like, we have pictures of all of us in hazmat suits, and some of our best friends came over and their kids and helped us because no one could come to the office, but they weren't scared. So they're like, we're coming over and helping you. So we sold masks to survive, but we never, ever, ever, because our company did like John Maxwell. Oh, right. Okay. Toyota. I mean, we had a Time Magazine, Oprah. I mean, we had these big corporate things. And when they shut us down and wouldn't let us get together, it took our livelihoods. I mean, we almost, and all of my family worked there. I mean, everybody. So
So
we
when you
almost
say
all
they,
lost everything.
you mean the same thing she means when she says they.
Oh, I'm sure I do.
When they shut us down.
They.
And they.
You know who we mean.
Oh, I know exactly who you mean. I have a bone to pick with
That's right, girl.
with them. Yes.
Yes, there is a big they.
Oh, it's a very large they. I know, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So that you think that contributed to it?
I think it was just, I think when his personality, he was such a feeler. Like we were very similar. I would say we were almost identical, except I have another family. I have a different dad, right? And I joke, and I'm so get in trouble for this, but the Harrisons are my family, and they are very, Jody says they're almost void of the human emotion, and we joke with them about it. We tell them that because they handle things in a way that it's like this, and you don't hear, they don't cry. They're very tough. Okay. I mean, tough people. And later in life, I found out why. I mean, they've had a lot of hard things. And so it makes, when you know someone's story. Yeah. And if you don't, sometimes you don't have grace for people because you think they're just a jerk. But then you find out their story and you're like, I got you.
I think COVID,
there's always a reason.
COVID changed my personality for a little bit too.
Did it?
Yeah. I mean, I come from real optimistic, positive roots. And if a storm's coming, I'm usually like, hey, there'll be something. Yeah. We'll make some good out of this, whatever. But I got pretty, like, I was like, this is going to be a big deal. Oh, like, yeah. I hate this. Oh, yeah. Like, I hated it. At first, it was kind of campy and fun.
Yes, at first, it was fun.
Yeah. People baking bread, and we're going to have fun with this.
Baking bread. That was
a big thing.
Yeah. But, I mean, I remember where we were sitting we were living in California at the time, and Jennifer goes, I'm done with this.
We were at the beach.
Yeah. She goes, I
said, you lost me. I'm done.
I'm out.
I'm done with this thing.
Oh, no.
It was whenever those doctors all came out and said the truth about it. And I was like, oh, because we would watch Fauci every day.
Oh, yeah.
And Chris Cuomo and
the ticker at the bottom.
And Chris Cuomo handed over to Don Lemon, and we watched CNN every day. And yeah. And I know.
Yeah, no, it's
and then the frontline doctors came out, and I was like, oh, and I'm out. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, this is all a freaking lie. Anyway.
But when she became out, she also went several levels down into the basement of the rabbit hole. I mean, like, like this podcast ought to be called like the rabbit hole with Jennifer Deibler.
The basement of the rabbit hole.
You got to ask questions. Why can't we ask questions? There's nothing wrong with that. That's part of the problem. It's because we just listen to what everybody, because we grew up believing. You had Dan Rather, did you not?
Yeah.
Dan Rather was always on TV, and whatever he said, I believed.
Right.
That's just whoever's on TV, you believe them, right?
Right.
It's a bunch of crap.
It's none of them. Yeah, it's all crap.
No, it's crap.
Is it all crap?
I think a lot of it is.
Most of it
I
is
think
crap.
even
the good ones are
even
crap.
the good ones, there's still someone is still behind it.
Even the Republican crap is
there
crap.
is a puppet master of both.
Yeah.
It's I have lots of issues with all of it.
We could talk about all that.
Yeah.
You could.
Yeah.
It's your podcast.
Yeah, it's your podcast.
Yeah, but we were in the middle of your story.
Sorry. So you went looking.
Yeah, so my sweet dad, who bless him, isn't one to have tons of emotions, like, and thank God, because I think that's how I've survived this, is that I did have part Harrison in me, and I believe that. Jody and I talk about it. I said, do you think it's because I'm a Harrison? I could handle this thing. And he goes, probably so. But I was talking to my friend.
You're also a woman.
Well,
there is that.
They can
people
handle.
People think we're weak, honestly.
No.
Some people do. And I'm like, are you kidding me? If you really knew what I've been through in my life, give me a freaking break. I can handle way more than people give me credit for.
Women can do in the moment what needs to be done.
Okay, maybe that's it. There's something that God just put in us that I can handle emergencies.
And I feel like God is raising up women right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I think women are kind of having to raise up. Because
until the men get their crap together.
Yeah,
not all of
the men
them
grow up.
Not all of them.
Men are good at strength. But we're back.
Okay.
What you were saying is that you're your dad came and got you.
Yeah. So he came to get me. I don't know why I couldn't. My hands didn't work. I couldn't use my hands. I couldn't hold the steering wheel. Like, I just had this weird like outer body experience. And so he took me to meet up with Jody. Long story short, sheriff came to meet us. Sheriff talked to Jody first. I saw them walking towards me.
When the sheriff comes,
I mean, it was, yeah. They wanted to take me to the ER. I do remember that, and I was like, just everybody leave me alone. You know, I was on the side of the road. You know, I ran from everybody. I just was like, and the horrible, like it was already the worst possible thing.
Was your sister-in-law there with you?
No.
Okay,
She was at someone's
you,
house.
Jody, your dad, and the sheriff.
It was me. Yes. And you know, it's the end of the school day, and Sarah Clayton had her senior recital. Okay, that night, and she was in 3 things, and she had a solo. Well, she had a duet. Sorry, a duet and 2. She had a song with 3 of her best friends, and it's her senior year. You know, it's the second half of your senior year. So, and I'm thinking, what do I do? Like, how do I do any of this? And then how do I go home and tell my mom that her son is gone? How do you tell someone that their child's not here? And I knew how I felt. I knew.
How did you feel?
Well, a part of me was gone. Like, I knew I would never be the same person ever again, because he was so much of who I was. And I know that sounds weird because he's my brother, right? And you're like, well, I have brothers, I have sisters. I mean, I love them, but it's like, no, like, we were tight. Like, our growing up, we loved being kids together. We loved our family. We loved my aunt, who had a stroke, had a boat on Old Hickory Lake, a huge Hatteras, and he would come out. We'd spend the weekends on it, you know. And see, Jody traveled like 200 and something days a year, and Wade wasn't married, and so I'm alone, and we're close to the same age. He loved hanging with my friends. I loved hanging with his friends. And, you know, we went to the beach all the time with our families. Like, so it's like he lived with us when he was building his house, and Sarah Clayton was born, and Jody was on the road, and he's so good with newborns. Like, he's like the baby whisperer. And so, I mean, he stepped into a role. I mean, y'all know, because you traveled all the time. It's like when you're on the road all the time, and I'm doing this by myself and not getting any sleep, and he's like, I'll take her, you know, and he's taking her and he's taking care of her, and that's her first best friend. Aww. You know, that was her buddy. And I mean, he would dress her up when she would get a little bit older. He dressed her up, and that was like a kind of funny. He loved to dress up and do funny things. Like, that's his thing. And even him and his wife, like, the thing we did every year was wait to see Halloween, what they were going to be dressed up like.
Oh, funny.
Like, they have some of the best costumes you've ever, like, the things they thought of. Like, how did you think of that? But anyway, so I think I'm not the same person as I was at 3:00 that Friday.
Yeah.
I'll never be that person again. There's like a gaping hole where he's not there. And
has it gotten better?
No, it's gotten worse. I think Jody and I just talked about this. It's like, I didn't have a choice. My mom was so devastated. I mean, you know, rightfully so. Like, all the things you can ever even try to imagine, the screaming. I'll never, ever get that out of my head as long as I live. You know, worried about Natalie and the kids, worried about how are we going to tell Gary he's laying in a bed and his emotions are all over the place anyway. How I had to tell him 16 times. Oh my gosh. And I said, if I have to tell him this again, I'm out too. Like, oh, I can't do this again. And then I went into like a kind of denial thing. Like, I remember Jody did everything. Like, he and a couple other people like did the funeral and everything, and they were talking about it to some people, and I said, what's Thursday? And they're like, his funeral. I said, I'm not going to be there. I'm not going. I'm like, you have to go with your brother. I said, no, I'm not going. because that meant I had to admit that it happened, right? So I was like, this didn't happen. So I didn't want to go. And I definitely wasn't going to say anything. Like, everyone's like, you will regret it he was your best buddy. Like, you can't. I was like, no, you don't understand. This is Wade we're talking about. Like, I don't know. I mean, there will be days where I drive around and I'm like screaming in my car because this didn't happen, right? It didn't.
Right.
And so I don't know. I mean, I think something happened in my brain, and I don't know, good thing, bad thing, that you stuff it so far down to be able to survive. Like, I told Jody I was afraid I was going to have a heart attack. I kept saying, my heart hurts so bad, my chest hurts so bad, I can't breathe. Like, I literally can't get air. And like, I don't want to have a heart attack and leave you and Sarah Clayton.
Meanwhile, he's got a weird heart.
He's the one with the messed up heart.
And I mean, literally, you guys, I don't know how he did it. To have to handle me, to have to handle my mom, to have to help plan. He did all the music for the funeral. I don't know how he did it. I have no idea. And I really don't remember a lot of it. People will see me still. I'll be like at the Puffy Muffin, or, you know, I'll be out and someone would say to me, like, the funeral was, I mean, you're, you know, so-and-so that sang or so-and-so that spoke, that was beautiful. And I'm like, what'd they say?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
And a friend of mine said something about me talking when I talked, and I said, I don't remember.
So you did talk.
I ended up talking, but I don't really, I kept telling Jody, I thought I was going to throw up. So this is going to be my dark humor coming out. Okay. And please, any of my family that hears this, I apologize. But so
I doubt any of your family or one of her listeners right now.
I'm just saying, if somebody, and Sarah Clayton and I have very like dark sense of humor. And so the casket is in the middle of the room, right in the front, and they're bringing us in for visitation. And
open.
They shut. Well, they had it open. I didn't know. I was so mad. Like, I don't want that's not what I want to remember. And I didn't. Again, it was a denial thing. Like, he's not really in there, and so this is not funny, but it is kind of funny. And I know he was giggling at me. Like, I think he had a sick sense of humor too. So they were about to put my mom next to the casket, and Gary's in a wheelchair, right, and doesn't understand really what's happening.
Making fart jokes.
Seriously, he probably was. And so I said, no, you cannot put my mom there. Just put me there. Well, the way I got shoved, this is so dark, but the casket, his head is right here, right? And I'm pressed. My side is pressed into the casket.
Oh my gosh.
And Sarah Clayton looks at me and she goes, you know, he's laughing at you right now. And I was like, I called him a couple of names. And I wasn't a big cusser back then, but I was like, you put me in this, you know, I was just letting him have it. And I'm like, and you're probably laughing. You probably think this is funny. This is not funny that I'm sitting here with your casket shoved into my side. I mean, I was just, and I remember that. And then, you know, then I remember people saying really stupid stuff. Not everybody, but, you know,
right.
Especially older people. Sometimes they just say things and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
But then they mean, you know, no one like ever means anything. And what are you really going to say?
Yeah.
There's nothing you're going to say to make me feel better.
Yeah.
It's just nice to know people. Y'all, there was like so many people there. It was insane. I would look out. One time I looked out. I'm like, what in the world? Like, it was just. I'm like, if he could just seen this for 1 second, seeing how many people loved him, like adored him. So, I mean,
might have mattered, might not.
Maybe it might not. But you know what I mean? Like, funerals, people just, and I kept thinking, God, how many times did I say things to people having no idea that it hurt them or hurt their feelings but people were precious. I mean, obviously they're coming through because they want to love on you and let you know that they're there. And, you know, just some people would just look at you and just go, I just want you to know I love you. And I think that was the best thing, you know, that you could say.
Just,
I don't think
I love you and I'm sorry.
I love you and I'm sorry, because there's just nothing else you can say.
There's nothing you can say.
Yeah. So, you know, I do remember not wanting to leave his graveside. I remember them when they were putting him in the ground, I was mad, and people were starting to leave, and I'm like, I'm not leaving him.
Right.
I'm not leaving him. Like, and I know at one point, like, my family was like, you've got to, and I'm like, I'm not leaving him. And
I can understand that.
I mean, I probably was in such a whacked out state of mind, I would have spent the night there.
Yeah.
Like, if the people had just left me alone.
Right.
Like, if I could have just been left alone, I would never have left
Well, and
him.
how do you go home and just go home?
Yeah.
And just live.
The weird thing is, like, I didn't sleep for a really long time, and then when I would fall asleep, I would wake up screaming and crying. And I asked Jody, I said, how long does that last? Like, how long one day do you wake up and you're okay again? Like,
Right.
how long does that last?
Right.
And so, but I dream about him all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And Jody's like, man, you're so lucky. And I said, I don't know. Sometimes I wake up and I'm good. And I'm like, I got to hang out with my brother in this weird sort of weird way. And then other times I wake up and I can't breathe. So just is what it is. So dark, so horrible. I'm so sorry.
No, I'm so sorry.
Oh,
I had a client that lost her son, and I mean, it took her, I think she still couldn't eat solid food when we started working together, because if he can't swallow, I can't swallow. You know what I mean? If he, but
I mean, it's weird stuff.
Yeah.
You can't, I think what I've learned is, like, everyone grieves so differently. And I do not judge that. Like, you do what you have to do.
Yeah.
Because the fact that you actually can get up in the morning and put one foot in front of the other. And again, sometimes it makes me mad because it's like, I know it's my brother, but you don't get it unless you knew this is a part of me. And for me, it's seeing Coke. He loved Coke. He had emergency Cokes. He had hidden Cokes. We had Cokes everywhere for him.
we'd have got along.
What'd you say?
We'd have got along.
Oh yeah, I mean
It's the first thing I drink in the morning.
Yeah, it's like an IV. I mean, and so Sarah Clayton keeps one in her car. We all keep them places.
Yeah, that'd be the tattoo to get.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah.
I mean, yours is, it's huge.
Mine is so little.
It was a big commitment.
I mean, when you were about to show us, I was thinking, okay, this is going to be.
I got a sleeve.
Well, it's going to be something. I mean,
It's
No.
teeny tiny.
You
That's
could-
my kind of tattoo.
But here's the thing, like, I didn't want it to be about.
No, I know.
I didn't want it to be like Wade Benz, you know.
Yeah, I know.
I wanted it something. We all wanted something just to always we could look down and he's with us.
More
you know?
personal.
Where do you
And
think? Where do you
Owen.
think you are now? Do you still think you're in the? You know, it's weird because when people hear the denial part of grief, they think, well, how could you not? How could you think something didn't happen? And I was like, no, the people know it happened. They
Yeah.
just live as if it didn't.
Well,
You know it happened, but you go, you know.
yeah.
I mean, Jennifer and me met a lady who had done that for 15 years. You know, she just kept moving.
So I just keep busy. I just keep moving.
Well, what choice do you have? I mean, you can't walk around like Eeyore. You know, people will be, worried about you, and life goes on, right? And so my daughter was in the middle of her lacrosse season had started. She was the goalie. She was in all.
Did you go to the recital?
Yeah, what happened there?
I went to the recital.
You went that night.
And we're talking, I had to be there in 2 hours.
Yeah.
So.
But you didn't tell her.
No. So, no, not before
Not before.
Her very best friend took her phone away.
So they knew.
Because they were all at the recital. And so we had to tell my best friend. I had two girls that were the closest to me that, at school, and we were all best friends. And one of the daughters was her best friend, and she was singing with her too. So she took her phone.
So they knew.
They, only a handful of people knew. So the hard part was I get there and Jody's like, we're going to go straight to our seats. And then we're going to go to our friend's house after. And that's where we're going to tell Sarah Clayton before, and then so she finds out with us. Right. And so she sings, the prayer with, one of her guy friends. His name's Tanner. And it's beautiful. I mean, it's just beautiful. And I'm literally sitting there and I'm thinking I'm about to ruin my daughter's life. Like, this will be the last innocent moment that she'll ever have. Like, when this is over with, her life will never be the same. And so she sang that, and then she sang Landslide with 3 of her best friends, and then they did like a group thing. So it was a lot. It was called Coffee House, I think is what it was. And so then, but the hard part is I walked in, and this poor, sweet, precious teacher, I mean, she had no idea. And she was like, I just saw Wade last night at Parent, she said. And she's like, I just love him. And I stopped. I literally couldn't breathe. And Jody was like, okay, we got to get to our seats. And I hyperventilate. And he's like, you got to breathe. You got to breathe. And it was a 2-night thing. So we had this night.
Oh my gosh.
And so friends of mine would come up to me just hugging on me and everything. And I just were like, what's wrong with you? Are you okay? I'm like, I'm okay. And, you know, I don't have a good poker face. So it was very obvious something's wrong, but I'm trying not to cry or lose my mind. Right. And so we get through it, and then we have to go and tell Sarah Clayton at a friend's house afterwards before, you know, and Jody told her so that I didn't have to, because he was worried about me telling her. So, you know, I mean, the next night they hid me in the electrical closet because at that point it had gotten out. And
how did she do the second night? That had to
be better than the first. Really? She said she sang for him. And I will say, one of his best friends showed up at my house at 6 o'clock in the next morning, and I hadn't slept that night. I still had not gone to bed. And he found out, you know, he knew about Coffee House, and he said to her, he's like, Wade would want you to do this. Like, he would never want you to not do this. It's your senior recital. Like, this is who you are. And she sang it better than she did, you know, the night before. Wow. So, she is. And then we came home. I will say one of the sweetest things I've ever seen a bunch of teenagers do. We came home, and Sarah Clayton had amazing friends in high school. Like, amazing. Our house was full of kids. Like, our house was like a frat sorority house, you know. It was just we didn't even care. It's all destroyed and things are broken. We didn't care. Like, we just wanted them at our house. And so we came home, and the kids filled my house. They filled our house, and they had cleaned Sarah Clayton's room and done all of her, like, folded her laundry, and they'd brought her teddy bears, and they'd brought her gifts and PJs and just things to, you know, just to make her little happies, you know. And they filled my kitchen with flowers, and there was 3 triplets, and they're really, really funny boys. Anyway, they were hysterical, but they just filled my house with laughter. And
wow.
And
that's amazing.
It was like midnight. I mean, we didn't get home till midnight, and, you know, I don't know. Like, these kids
didn't shy away from going, ooh, I don't want to. That's amazing.
Her friends, they wrote scripture and encouraging notes, and she still has them all over her window. Her mirror in her bathroom is like massive, and then her mirror in her bedroom, and it's all notes and cards from friends, and she just they taped them up everywhere, and then other ones she added to it, but we still have them up. And I remember I called one of the moms, because they're really mischievous boys. The 3, I mean, they're triplets, you know. Yeah. And, you know, they're at the time maybe 17 or 18, and I called her and I was like, listen, I don't know if I would have gotten through it without their laughter in my house.
Wow.
Those couple of, like, first days, because I could just hear them laughing. And I thought, okay, if we can do this. And so they were really there. Her guy friends, I mean, she has awesome girlfriends, but her guy friends, I mean, most of the football team came to the funeral. I didn't know that. But I mean, the guys were just, those kids, I'll never forget it. I mean, people might think, why do you love those kids so much? Why I miss them is because they got us through the worst time of my life, and my daughter's worst time of her life, you know?
Wow.
So, yeah. Anyway.
And now she's at school.
Ole Miss.
And what's she going to school for?
Pre-law and special intelligence.
What? What does that mean? What is special intelligence?
So, not many schools have it. It's basically like FBI, CIA, James Bond crap.
Get out.
No.
Oh my gosh.
You're not going back.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. What does she want to do?
So she saw, I haven't even seen it. Have y'all seen The Sound of Freedom? I didn't see it.
No.
With Jim Caviezel?
I haven't seen it.
Getting kids out of sex trafficking.
I know about it, but I haven't seen it.
She went to see it. And she was like, I'm
she was like
kids.
you with the abortion thing.
Yeah. it just
so
it's like
interesting.
it's like it struck something in her,
And that's her cause.
Yeah, and that's her cause. And she was like, and she's a great, like, my dad takes her to the gun range, and I mean, she is a female James Bond.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think there should be a female
love
James
it.
Bond. Can I just say I do not believe that? You do not mess with that. You can start a whole new series with a woman that
A
is
different one.
a different one.
James Bond's cousin.
James Bond's it's like Supergirl.
Jamie Bond.
Jamie Bond. It's
Yes.
like, you know how Supergirl was
Yes.
Superman's cousin? That's
Totally.
fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But a Superman.
Jamie Bond.
Yeah. So you can have a series. I'm all for,
But
a woman that is tough enough to handle things. But she is an amazing. I mean, the way she handles a Glock and how quickly she can reload and and then reload.
My
You're like,
gosh.
oh, that's terrifying.
So
She's
I've
terrifying.
met her one time.
This is your spirit animal.
No kidding.
This
I
girl
love
is.
her.
She's terrifying.
I met her one time. We ended up at your neighborhood pool
Oh yeah,
one time.
yeah,
And I remember thinking, this is the sweetest little girl I've ever met.
yeah.
Like-
She was real sweet. Then.
And Sadie would have been 3 years younger than her. And just thinking, like, she was so kind. And I was like, who is this kid? Like, what? Like, yeah.
Not Jody and Stephanie's kid. She's so kind.
Like, what in the world? She's so sweet.
She's sweet. She's
Yeah,
sweet.
but my goodness.
she had
so
just
do you
Jesus
sing?
all over her. Oh my god. No.
Okay,
No.
so that all came from the other side.
Now I have several songs that if we all went to karaoke,
Oh, right on.
I have in my, what did you call it, your repertoire?
Yes.
Sarah Clayton laughs when I say that word. If you want me to win like a karaoke contest, I got you.
Okay.
So
And
What are
we
they?
need to give you one drink to get you drunk.
I don't even have to do that.
Okay.
No,
Okay,
I'm,
what is
I'm
your song?
Popular from Wicked?
Okay.
And I love like musical theater.
Is
Like
this
if
the
I could have,
popular-
yes,
Okay.
yes, I have that. And actually, I can sing Shania Twain. There's something where her voice sits that Jody says I have perfect pitch, and if I really wanted to sing, I could.
Well, there you go.
But Sarah Clayton will tell me no.
Shania Twain.
But she's just a snot because she's such a good singer, and
Oh
she
my gosh.
she sang before. I'm not joking. She sang before she spoke, so she would sing. And I mean, obviously, we have music in our house. I mean, Jody's a singer. We love music. We love all kinds of music. So, I mean, I love gangster rap.
yeah.
I do. I love gangster rap.
That tracks.
I
It
just,
does track.
I really do. I love it, but just not the explicit. You know, always have
Right.
to get the non-explicit. But there's nothing better than that to run to work out to. Just get out some aggression. That's awesome. I know most of the lyrics to a lot of songs.
Is Bad Bunny gangster rap?
See, now
No.
I don't know anything about him.
think
I've been
it's like
singing it because of the NFL
Spanish.
thing.
Yeah.
He's from Puerto Rico, right?
Okay.
Or he.
Something
'Cause he said he never
doesn't-
wanted to
He never
come-
wanted to play here again.
No, he hates America, but now he's going to be on NFL Super
The
Bowl
Super Bowl.
halftime show.
So
It's fine.
this is what I'm thinking is that this is what I heard. Taylor Swift was going to do it and backed out
Why?
because they weren't going to get. This is what my friend who is obsessed with Taylor Swift told
Okay.
me. They weren't going to give her the rights to the music. That
Oh,
was
well, no
gonna come
wonder
from-
she didn't want to
yeah,
do
so
that.
she wasn't going to do it.
Yeah.
And so
I wouldn't do it
I
either.
think she was going to do it.
So naturally we go to Bad Bunny.
Yeah. So that is.
There's no Taylor Swift, so we're going
so
to Bad
there's
Bunny.
no other step, or that's the next step.
I get it given them
obviously.
2,000 artists.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, who the heck is even Bad Bunny?
I don't
know.
know. So my Twitter feed.
Doesn't he wear a bunny outfit?
No, he wears a dress.
I don't know. I don't know what kind of music he is. I mean, Sarah Clayton probably knows. Our kids know because they know everything.
Yeah.
Like, who's Waka Flocka? But he just played at an Old Miss like frat
Never
party.
heard of that.
And I love his name. I mean, Waka Flocka. How did
Never-
you come up? And Sarah Clayton, of course, knew who he was.
Okay.
So yeah, but
Bad
I
Bu-
love.
I mean, he'll have to have somebody with him. But
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. They're not. Shouldn't they tell that?
come on with Bad Bunny.
It doesn't-
Come
So
on.
dumb.
You know what they should have done, and I'm not joking, because of everything that's going on and the patriotism that people are feeling, just where we are after Charlie Kirk, and
Yeah.
that's a whole other story. But like, don't you think what would have been an amazing halftime show is like Jason Aldean, Cody Johnson,
Come
Morgan
on.
Wallen, like
Why
that,
not? I
because
mean, especially
they're
Morgan
so
Wallen is huge.
Morgan Wallen, well, and Cody Johnson, some of his songs.
Huge.
And then you've got Jason Aldean. I mean, these people they're massive artists.
There's no way they're going to allow that to happen.
Man, after Charlie Kirk's thing, they ought to have a worship artist.
Well, I was listening to
Brent
Chris Tomlin today on a podcast,
Yeah.
and he's one of the. I think there's only 4 artists who have been played as much as Chris Tomlin.
Oh, I mean, imagine.
3 other ones. Like
Chris
he's
Tomlin.
one of the 4.
We'll have
Chris Tomlin.
Have Chris Tomlin.
Can you imagine?
Oh,
Chris
listen,
Tomlin, Bad Bunny.
That would be.
Chris Tomlin opens
And
for Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Oh my god.
You know,
Yeah.
we talked to him
yeah.
this week.
Bad Bunny?
No, Chris.
Yes, we're tight with
We're
Bad
tight.
Bunny.
Chris was so sweet. Like, if you ever wonder why somebody like that, you're like, oh. well,
Because he's the nicest guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is...
Yeah. I mean, honestly, you think about, there's some Christian artists that they're technically, I hate the word famous, just so you know, with Christian anything. Like, to be famous and a Christian is weird to me. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird.
I've never really liked that. Like when people are like, oh, back when Avalon was so big and you're like, oh, your husband's famous. I'm like, ew. No, he's singing about Jesus and just happens to be a lot of people like certain, and I don't, it's always, it hasn't set well with me, right? When someone is famous and it's different when it's Hollywood or whatever. That's
Right.
Yeah. You can be famous, but
Right.
Christians, and I wouldn't want that. If I had been a Christian artist, I wouldn't want to have been called famous. If I had it. Yeah, you have a lot of people follow you, but I don't know. That's
Right.
just my own little personal issue. But
He talked about that actually. He said
He
he was
did?
in a podcast in an interview with somebody who was kind of trying to back him into a corner, like, "Oh, you are
of course they were.
this Christian, you're a Christian worship leader or whatever, but yet you're signing." And he said, "Well, I'm just the moon. I'm just reflecting the Jesus," which you wrote a song about that years ago.
I know.
That's awesome. What was your song?
It was
I'll
called
be the moon.
"I'll Be the Moon." It was actually called "I'll Be the Moon."
Oh my god!
I'll be the moon. That's right.
Yeah, but
I've
he
forgotten
has
about
he has
that.
a new song on his new record about being the moon, just reflecting Jesus.
You can't put moon in a song. I mean, there's just no way you can do it.
Oh my gosh, this dog! I'm gonna kill her.
You can't hear it in the headphones, by the way.
Well,
Now you
driving-
just said with no context, I'm going to kill my dog.
Well, because
She's
Yeah, she's
scraping
scratching.
up there.
she just
But
wants
yeah,
to play.
no, you can't put moon in a song.
That is a weird.
Why?
Now I think about that. Like
Well,
that's
because of moon. I mean, you can't.
Because of
that's
moon.
a weird. How do you rhyme? I mean, is it?
What does
I'm not a
that mean?
songwriter,
Because
so like,
of
do you try
moon.
to
Do you
rhyme
girls
with
like?
moon?
Well, your stepdad and I would know why. Because you moon people. You
Oh, I didn't even think about
I was
that.
thinking of like
I was thinking
the Reverend
lyrically,
Moon.
like-
can't. No, it's the same reason you can't name your kid Richard.
Oh my
well,
gosh.
Yeah, you can't do that anymore.
But when did that? Okay, no,
Right,
Never
when
mind.
did that
Never
happen?
mind. I no, that's just we can't. But seriously, when did that start? Because that's the ridiculous.
I do not understand
Half
when
of
that
my
started.
family's name. My dad's name is Richard. But
People
we
call him
Ricky.
Dick?
No, we call him Ricky or Rick.
Not
Rick.
Dickie.
No, we don't call him Dickie.
I kind of like the
die.
name
Would die.
Dickie. I think it's cute.
Well, we have a
Well,
friend
no.
named Eli Dickey, and I love his name. I think it's adorable. Eli
Yeah, but
Dickey.
you can't.
I love that race car driver, Dick Trickle.
Oh my gosh,
That's his name, Dick Trickle. He is the best.
that's an
I mean, he's
unbelievable
retired
name.
now, but
But
Hey,
think
what are
about
we
it.
at?
I loved when we're good. We're at like 120.
Oh, we
I
probably
loved,
need to
I
wrap it
loved
up.
when Dick
Oh,
Trickle
sorry.
was. I mean, what boy wouldn't like Dick Trickle?
Oh no,
It's pretty funny.
That's good.
I mean, especially no, when you're an adult, people think you're being immature, but when you're a kid, that would have been pretty amazing. Every time they said your name in class, everybody'd be like,
Trickle, Dick,
Trickle, trickle.
Dick.
"Stop!"
That's what happens when you get old. You get Trickle.
Oh, okay. Hey,
I don't know if Jody has
Prostate-
experienced this at all.
Prostate
but
issues,
Yes.
Jeremy.
hey, because Jody's older than.
Well, Jody is older now. Jody has heart issues, but thank God, praise
Is he?
God.
Yeah, is he
he's-
okay?
So he did a stem cell thing at Vandy, he was in a study.
Okay.
And I mean, they wore a hazmat suit to come in and give him these injections. And it was weird. He was really sick, like taking chemo. He was really, really sick. I think Sarah Clayton. Well, that's why I left Provident, because he got so sick.
Okay.
And we had like a 4-year-old, and then I got Lyme. So it was like, seriously,
Right.
Lord. So
We need to have a whole nother episode about this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot. Like, when you do talk about this, and I know, because how do you still feel? Like, I remember you and I met one day about
Yeah.
MS.
Yeah.
because that's what they thought I had.
Maybe you had that.
Yeah, they sent me to MS specialists and with all my scans and everything, and they thought I had MS.
Yeah, a lot of the same.
We had similar symptoms, right? So how are you feeling?
I feel good. I mean, I took
full.
2 years of chemo, and
oh my gosh,
it just sort of. I mean, what they say is it's not a cure, but it try to beat it into remission.
Like remission. Yeah, that's kind of how hard.
And so far, so good.
Well, honestly, I totally forgot until I just said it. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Right.
I remember us meeting. I think a Kroger used to have one of the grocery stores used to have a little place to sit and eat.
The Skanky Kroger?
No, which one?
Maybe the Skanky Kroger. No, it was a Harris. Where was it? We sat and talked about it.
Did used to have
something had a little not restaurant, but you could go get stuff from the deli and then sit down.
Isn't it funny that everyone in Franklin, if you say the Skanky Kroger,
and everybody knows
they're
exactly
like,
what it is.
no, not
it's
by
terrifying.
the Skanky Kroger.
It's terrifying. Yeah, you're risking your life with that. But yeah, I mean,
I like the Skanky Kroger, by the way.
It's a better, honestly, it's nicer on the inside than some
it is
Krogers.
Better,
it's just the outside is sketchy. It's sketchy. For sure.
And then one day I went to Skanky Kroger and Bob Wooler was working there. I'm like, Bob Wooler works at Skanky Kroger?
I loved him. He was funny.
He was the butcher at Skanky Kroger for a while.
Stop
really?
It.
Yes.
He was so.
He worked at the record company for people.
Again, I was so jealous because y'all. It looked like that side of the building was having so much.
It was having a good time.
We weren't, of course.
Bob especially was having a.
Bob was having a really good time. Yeah,
we didn't allow ourselves to enjoy it very much, but because
you can't. You couldn't.
Well, no, it wasn't even that.
Oh.
No, we were like, no, you guys are crazy.
Oh. Yeah. Well, I mean, and we had fun. I mean, Jason MacArthur. Brooke Tucker. I don't know which.
Yeah.
Oh my
we
gosh.
had Jackie Marushka.
Yeah.
Michelle Box. It was Pearson at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, the list. I'm probably forgetting. Dean Deal, George King.
Yeah, those guys were funny.
Gosh, all these names.
George King and Dean hired me. I have to tell you really
George
quickly.
was the one that I was like,
he was funny.
I don't think this is a good fit for us.
Oh well, he was great though. I have to tell you, he was awesome.
A lot of for a lot of people, this is kind of like inside baseball, but the music business is small, and inside of that is the CCM world, which you could fit us all in a building.
Oh yeah,
right.
And
totally.
so it's just when we get back together. But anyways, didn't you have a couple things you want to talk to her about because you're about wrapping this up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know, but
I mean, should she come back and do the
we're
politics?
We're gonna have to come back and do
politics.
We're gonna have to do politics, and we're gonna have to do conspiracy theories.
Oh, I love that.
Down the rabbit.
Okay, this is how I know that Stephanie and I have a lot to talk about is because we align on Instagram.
Oh,
except for all your football stuff. I just am like tap tap tap. You just go on by it because I don't get it.
The last time I saw your Instagram, I think you were in football gear.
I have been known
to
be in football gear.
I'm like, is she in the WNFL, which is a thing?
I wouldn't want to do that. I would want to play with the boys. I don't want to play with the girls. I want to play with the boys.
Okay.
Sarah Clayton, I love it so much. Sarah Clayton, people can make fun all day long, but Sarah Clayton could have been a quarterback. Her arm was insane. I think that's why she was so good in lacrosse.
Great country song for a girl to sing. Could have been a quarterback.
Could have been a quarterback. I mean, she could listen. We started when she was really little. I've always loved football. That was something I watched a lot with my real dad when I would have my weekends with him. Chicago Bears.
See, I love NFL. I just don't like college very much.
Well, I don't like the NFL because they get so political. I just want them to stop being political and just play football and have fun.
I just like the game.
Because I love the game, right?
Right.
And I don't, it's probably wrong to say just play football and don't get political. It's just, let's just don't make anybody mad. Let's just.
There's just no need to talk about
not
it.
This time, not for this.
Right.
Like, talk about it on the side, but during a game, I don't know. It's just my personal opinion, but because I grew up Dallas Cowboys. If I had all the money in the world, I would buy the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay.
I would.
You'd need it all.
I would need it all, but I mean, I would buy them.
Did you watch the documentary?
I started to.
Did you watch a cheerleader documentary?
Oh yes, I've watched those. I wanted to be a Dallas Cowgirl cheerleader.
Oh.
And I was one at a Halloween.
I could see that.
Kathy and Dwayne Ward. I don't know if you know Dwayne Ward.
Yes.
So we used to have massive when he lived next door to Michael W. Smith, and they have those big old houses on the bottom floor.
I've been to that house.
They had a dance floor and a
we
movie theater.
We watched Super Bowl in that
Actually,
house.
we did. We went there and watched the Super Bowl.
So we had a huge Halloween party.
Oh, fun.
And I was a Dallas Cowgirl cheerleader. And back then, we didn't have phones, so I don't know where the picture is, but there is a picture when I was thin and could actually look like
you're still
that.
thin.
No, but you know what I'm saying. You're 19.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
So you're those people that go to the party and you dress up. We went to our neighborhood party over in Willow Springs, and it was all our neighbors, and two of them.
Listen, we're there with our neighbors, right?
Like the ones we see, like
we
walking
see them
the dog
every
and
day.
stuff.
Yeah.
And then I went as Tony Stark.
That's
I was
And
Pepper Potts.
and so we just
That's
thought,
awesome.
And he had the little light on
I
his
could totally
Yeah.
see that.
yeah, I
so-
mean, but it was like we didn't. It was like
It was
you
normal.
know,
We're wearing clothes, right? We're wearing normal clothes, just kind of like
Yeah.
Our neighbors came as babies
in diapers.
in just diapers.
Okay.
Okay, no.
I mean, they're walking
I
around.
don't want to know that much about my neighbor.
Oh, so they weren't fake. Like, you know how you can get the baby costumes?
No, in
They
a
came
diaper.
as-
I
no,
think they
I'm
were in
not. That's-
Depends.
diaper and a
Like
nook.
a depend. But see, that's, no.
And we're like just dipping stuff. Like we're like, this is so gross. I cannot wait for us to talk about this when we leave.
Like it was. I don't want to know that.
See, my brother had the bet. My brother won Halloween. And you know who else used to win Halloween? And Kendon and Aaron can tell you this. Kendon and Aaron Benward.
I believe
I
that.
can
They
imagine.
came. So
Aaron's been on here before.
one of the I love them so
Yeah.
much. They were we were all friends. Wade, that was we made up a game and we played. Now it's probably called Fishbowl that
Oh,
kids
yeah,
play.
yeah, yeah.
But
Oh.
we made up a game 30 years ago and we play it with our families.
Oh,
we
fun.
had so much fun with them.
That'd
but,
be fun with Kendon and Aaron.
Oh, they're
actually.
so much fun.
Yeah.
I love them so much. But Ken and Aaron came to that part. Wade was the Unabomber.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. It
Perfect.
was amazing. He was the
Because that would be
Unabomber.
easy. That would
Oh,
be just.
you didn't recognize him though.
Well, just a hood and then the glasses.
no,
and that would be an
he
easy
had gotten
costume.
a U.S. postal. You're not supposed to take them. All those things, and it had packages all in it. And because
Oh,
our company,
my
we did merch,
gosh.
and so he printed out labels of like all the people. It was.
I love
he,
it.
All the people he ate. No,
No,
Unabomber didn't eat
Unabomber.
people.
Yeah, Unabomber. He was Justin Timberlake one year, and inside, like when they were had their own dolls, so he was inside it,
Oh,
okay.
and he was like
My
holding the
gosh.
plastic. And he was
Okay.
Justin Timberlake.
I love
He and
it.
his wife were Justin and Brittany in the blue jean outfit. Looked just like
my
him.
gosh.
The year before he passed, they were Rose and Jack, and it was the best costumes. And they were Kenny and Dolly, but they switched.
Oh, how
So
funny.
Wade was
Oh,
Dolly and she
Oh, that's
was
cute.
Kenny, and if you ever go like to her Instagram or mine, I have it on mine.
Okay.
But Wade had awesome costumes. He did amazing things. But Ken and Aaron were at that party, I'll never forget it because when they walked in, I'm like, that is the cutest. They were, and you don't think, oh, that's cute. No, they went all out. He was the Scarecrow, and she was Dorothy. And you can totally see that,
yeah.
right?
Oh,
And she
totally.
was beautiful. And she
She's
was
so
just like
adorable.
her. But his costume as a scarecrow was unbelievable.
Oh, I believe it.
And we had a costume contest that year because we had so many people that came. Then people came that we didn't know. Like people crashed it because they found out about it. It was, I don't know how they did that back then without Snap Map or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, I think we had like 300 people there.
Oh my.
At Kathy
Where did you?
Dwayne's.
Oh, at their house.
Yeah, we had a
Gotcha.
DJ
Yeah.
and everything. Yeah.
Oh
Have
my
we
gosh.
done Halloween ever? Like you
What do you
and
mean?
me?
Just that one time.
Just that one time.
Did you let your kids trick or treat?
Yeah.
Okay.
If they
I'm
wanted
not
to.
big on it. I don't like it.
We just wouldn't do demons, witches. Like I
Right.
was, my parents one year got really, really like we went to Two Rivers, we're Southern Baptist, and they got
Right.
really convicted, and we had to go to,
Trunk or treat?
that was in the gymnasium, and we had to
Yeah.
fish. Like we had to be
Yeah.
Bible characters and fish for
Yes.
scripture verses. And here's my thing. I get that. Like I get that as a parent, you're like, I do not want to introduce, like if I'm being a part
Sure.
of something that's demonic, I do not play with that. You do not play with the demonic. You do not play with the spiritual realm. People think that it's no big deal. It is absolutely a big deal.
We don't.
And,
There's no need to mess.
you don't mess with that. I'm sorry. It's ridiculous.
I agree.
And then, but then after that, I was like, please don't make us go to trunk or treat again.
He wore. What did you wear?
Well, I mean,
You
I
did trunk or treat, but who
Were you
Moses?
Moses?
I did not do trunk or treat.
No,
So
but
I
you
grew
did
up
it
in Methodism.
Okay.
So
Which is
I
kind of
went-
Christian.
I went to my church. I went to my church Halloween party as Dracula.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Mom got me the costume. She helped me get it, and
You're a vampire.
She
That's
dropped me
not
off.
a demon.
Come on.
But that was
Like,
this is
that was
this is
normal
what I'm
then.
saying. This is the kind of
We would have church parties at our farm, and my parents would put on a big, like a hayride, and it was haunted.
that's
and they would
so
do a
fun.
haunted hayride.
See, I loved haunted hayrides. I
Yeah.
thought that because no one did
And
anything.
for our church.
They'd just be spooky.
Yeah.
Like somebody
I
jump
just-
up and go, rawr.
Yeah.
I mean, it
I
wasn't.
grew up in that, and it was like, oh yeah, it's fun. Like we had the YFC in our town. Now I never went to it
Youth for
because
Christ.
I don't like being scared. But my parents told me stories about going to it where the YFC was so scary. Like it was like they called it "Scream in the Dark," and they would like they could at this time like they could reach
They
out
could grab
and
you
grab
and
you.
stuff. Yeah.
Oh no, no,
Oh
no.
yeah. They wore
No.
mom wore a football helmet to it.
What?
Yeah.
They can touch that. How?
No.
No, see,
now,
I'm not- I
now
wouldn't.
there's a lawsuit.
No, no, no.
can't
You
do
don't
that
touch
stuff
me.
anymore.
But how many times did we hear about like heaven's
those hell
flames
ones.
and or
Well, we
hell's
had
flames?
Judgment House. Two Rivers had a Judgment House.
That's what that basically
and kids
is.
brought. I
Oh,
mean,
that's
youth
so
groups
healthy.
from all around came, and by the busloads, and I was in it.
These
I
these
was in
people
hell.
these
It's awful.
people become my clients. I'm just letting you know. These are the ones that I talk to every day.
Oh no, I probably did that to some people. Yeah, I mean, I was in the hell scene. It was awful. I mean, I'm not joking.
No, it sounds
it was
terrifying.
Well, it started with the one I remember the most, and we were like on the news and
just
everything.
winning people to Jesus.
Just, I mean, you're scaring
Scare-
them to
they-
death.
they literally say,
these
"We're scaring the
teenagers
hell
are
out
like,
of them."
I do not. Well, because they had a camp scene, the very first thing, and
Yeah.
it was y'all.
I
It
know
was
what this
legit.
is. I know what
this
this
was
is.
like.
Oh, I'm
they
sure
put
at
money
Two
into
Rivers
it.
because that was a big.
We were a mega church back
big
then.
mega church.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so our building B, which they tore down, and Wade and Gary and I, my stepdad, we all went and took bricks from it, and we still have them.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we probably weren't allowed to do that. But
Hey,
we
this
went
comes
to it.
out sort of before, but we need.
Oh, this could be a Halloween episode.
They need
Oh.
people need
Ooh,
to send
spooky.
Halloween stories in.
Oh, that'd be so fun.
That would be fun.
Christian Halloween
Christian
stories. Send
Christian Halloween stories.
Send us
Christian
your Christian
Halloween
Halloween
story.
stories.
Yeah,
Because
that'd be so fun.
the yeah.
Like if you grew up as a Christian kid, what was your Halloween like?
Yes.
Because there's a yeah.
Oh,
the
there's
first
probably
time
some great
the first
stories.
time
Yeah.
I ever heard that Halloween was bad was from her.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But it was
my
just-
family were Southern Baptists too, and for a while we didn't even have a Christmas tree. This is what we're dealing with.
Oh.
Like that's how convicted they got.
And in my house, Santa brought
We just
the
had
gifts.
1 year. We just had 1 year.
In my house, Santa brought the gifts.
yeah,
Yeah.
Santa
No.
brought
Oh.
our gifts too. But
Listen,
yeah, we just
there
had
was
1 year.
no Santa at my house. Absolutely.
Actually, it was
not.
your mom that told me he's Satan Claus.
Yeah, she calls
And
him
then she-
Satan Claus.
And she said,
calls him
she
Satan
said
Claus.
it's the same
Santa's
word.
real.
Same
It's the-
letters.
She said, Jeremy, it's the same letters.
It is the
and
same
I,
letters, but
and I
Santa's
said,
real.
I was like, oh, it is the same letters.
Oh no!
I was like,
Therefore-
I was like, tell me more, Kathy.
Tell-
And she's like, well, you don't know about the rich crackers in the. I was
Oh.
like,
What
what?
are you talking
Listen,
about?
my mom. If you guys, we need to have her on.
Have your mom. I want to
listen.
She's way more interesting than me. I
was
want to
a
hear this.
conspiracy theory.
She dug the rabbit hole.
Yes,
I'm
she
serious.
did. She made the rabbit hole years ago.
Oh man, she exposed Disney for me. She exposed
Oh.
rich crackers and the subliminals.
Not
Okay.
just Ritz crackers.
Please, no, I don't want to know about Ritz. Like what?
Eat them.
We can't do anything. Like
No,
we
but
can't
there's,
eat
like,
anything.
I
We
think
can't
there's-
go anywhere.
There's
That's
sex.
how
There's
I
sex written on the molds of the rich crackers to keep
because
you coming back.
because of the it's subliminal.
Well, I will say in my youth group, what was they said was subliminal is, what is the song they said if you played backwards?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
It would say
the Backman
another
thing?
one bites the dust.
Yes.
Really
Yeah.
said another one smoked marijuana backwards.
I think it said something about cocaine.
Or
Listen,
co-
I've heard it.
Okay.
I know all.
Yeah.
The,
Is
Like,
that-
I remember
is that
going to
how-
youth
is
group
that
one
how
night
your
and they
cocaine
said that.
addiction started?
Yes,
Oh my God.
Because I listened to all those words.
Oh, subliminal things.
Your Lyme's disease. This is good. I know this is.
We
got to
end this though.
But
I
your
know,
Lyme's
sorry.
disease thing, Lyme disease.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Limes.
Horrible.
Your Lyme
From
disease.
depths of hell.
Lyme disease thing. Lyme disease.
Okay.
Perk something. So I have a client who's got a family member with Lyme disease
Oh, I'm sorry.
and is now. She takes kratom for Lyme disease.
What the heck is kratom?
Kratom is that stuff that was in that energy drink I was drinking. Gas station crack.
Celsius or something?
No.
What
Have
is
you
it?
heard of this gas station heroin?
So
if it's something my daughter drinks to get through class, I'm gonna die.
called-
No,
It's
if
called-
you get it at the counter. It's like a 5-hour energy.
Oh no,
No,
okay,
but
she
it's
drinks
natural.
those like
It's-
not
it's-
bangs, but
it's
something like that.
plant. So it was
Plant-based?
It was on sale at Twice Daily for $1.99. I was like,
So
oh,
therefore,
what is
I
this?
must buy it and drink it.
So I was like, let me try this. So I drink it, and I'm like, yeah, it's nice. So then I showed it to her. I was like, you should try this. There's no caffeine in it. Whatever.
I was like, I can't read the ingredients. No, thank you.
I put my glasses on.
Is it
couldn't read.
It's not a Lania. There's like several new ones.
It's a little one.
Oh, it's tiny.
So-
It's
Okay.
tiny, yeah.
So, anyways, she looked it up.
And I'm like, oh yeah, kids are knocking over convenience stores to get to this stuff.
Why? Because it helps you not eat.
No, because it's got
because
this,
it literally they call it
A
heroin.
high.
It's got this kratom stuff in it.
It's not a high as much as it just makes you feel good, and then you're addicted.
Oh, that's
Well,
terrifying.
I'll tell you what. If heroin feels like that, it's nothing. So
But-
I don't.
So,
But
maybe
don't
in
go
large-
out and try to
maybe
figure
in
that out.
large doses.
This is how we knew, is because he quit taking it. And he's like, I just don't feel good. I feel like I'm going through withdrawal.
Well,
so I was
That's
like,
why I'm about a Coke.
I
I have
had-
headaches, really bad
No,
headaches.
no.
withdrawal.
After I got MS, I got addicted to opiates for about 2 years, but I didn't know
That
I
you were
was
addicted?
No, I just
Well, because you take one and you're addicted.
Well,
like
no.
It's,
But
I thought they
anyways,
were pretty-
I was taking
It
them.
wasn't like addicted, like I have to have it. It was, I don't want the pain to come back, so I'm going to take it ahead of time.
So
That
I'm
kind of-
taking
Yeah,
like
yeah.
4, 5, 6 a day of hydros and Percocets, and
I'm
my
allergic.
doctor said this is not a long-term solution. Now, granted, this 15 years ago. He's like, we'll do this, and then in the meantime, we're going to try to find something that does this, takes away your nerve pain. So they did. They found something, and so I just quit. And so,
Wow.
meanwhile, she booked us a doctor appointment with a new family doctor. I write about this in my book because it's kind of funny. So we go in there. I'm a writer, by the way. I'm a pretty big deal.
look, you're Jeremy Deibler. I know who you are.
Yeah. So we go. She says her name right, so
Hey,
she actually does know
She
it.
does know.
I
She is-
worked with y'all. I did
know.
one of your photo shoots.
That is true. You did.
So we go to the doctor, and I'm not feeling good.
He's sweating.
So I'm sweating.
And I'm like, I have a baby. And I'm like, what is wrong with you?
So I
Buckle
don't know
up.
where this woman was from, but she had this weird accent, and she's like,
She kept calling him
she kept
Geronimo.
calling me Geronimo, and I
Mr.
What kind
Geronimo.
of doctor did y'all?
I corrected her the first time, and then after
She
that,
was
I'm
the
like,
nurse.
Mr. Geronimo. And so she's taking my blood pressure, and she goes, Mr. Geronimo, are you feeling okay? And I was like,
No, I'm sweating.
I'm like, no, not really. I feel pretty bad. And so then I'm talking to the doctor, and I was like, I stopped taking hydrocodone a couple days ago. He goes, well, how long did you take it? I was like, about 2 years. He's like, yeah, it's going to get pretty bad here in a little bit.
Oh no.
So he goes,
Oh no.
he goes, if you weren't a dad with a family and stuff, I'd put you in rehab. Because
Oh,
it's
no.
it's
Yeah.
gonna get
It's
gonna
gonna get
bad.
really bad.
And
Yeah,
it did.
It did.
So
Oh no, Jeremy, I'm
I
so
had this
sorry.
I had this happen twice. So
Oh my gosh.
That's horrible.
then they get me I had another MS episode, and my doctor's like, look, I'm gonna put you on tramadol. It's not
habit forming.
it's not narcotic, so you're not gonna get high. And so I took 8 of those a day for 7 years. Same thing happened. One weekend I was like, you know what? I'm tired of taking this. I want to see how I feel without
Oh,
this.
This is why I don't even
my
take a freaking
gosh.
Tylenol. Right
Oh.
here, what you're telling me is why I don't take anything.
Yeah.
So
It was terrible.
I'll never eat. I've taken hydrocodone since. I won't look at a tramadol.
It was horrible.
They say it is comparable to heroin.
Oh no.
And I had a friend, Scott Williamson.
Yeah.
He's really bad
Oh.
back, and he had taken
Yeah.
it withdrawal.
Because we used to talk all the time because of my
So
lives.
I called Scott and I said, hey, I haven't taken this for about 4 days, and I am coming unglued. He goes, oh boy.
oh no.
He goes, I feel so bad for you, but same thing.
we
Doctor,
went to the doctor, and he said, well, you're through the worst of it now.
you may as well just.
He's like, you're just going to have to.
He goes, you could start taking it and trickle down. He goes, but
Oh.
He's like, you're already through some. But he wasn't through the worst.
I
It
wasn't.
was, it was probably a month long of
I
withdrawal.
That is
when I
horrible.
say I couldn't lay down and I couldn't stand up.
He would
and
literally just pace the house
for a week I paced.
and cry. And I
Oh.
was like, what are we doing? What are we doing? It was
And,
awful.
I mean, she'd go to the pool and say, I don't want to leave you alone. I was
Yeah,
like,
it was
well,
awful.
I was like, well, I'm not going to kill myself if that's what you're worried about.
Yeah, I
So,
was. I was really
Yeah.
worried.
Well,
I mean,
I mean,
he was not.
Your
in a-
body's trying to detox that.
Yeah.
And he's like, I feel like I lost my best friend.
and she finally said, well, if you did, you'd have to go on. Like,
Like you know, you can't. Are you leaving? Oh, okay. Don't leave without saying bye.
Well, I'm allergic to codeine and hydrocodone, Percocet, all that stuff.
Oh, that's probably a gift.
What you saying that, it's like I can't imagine during the throes of how sick I was, knowing how sick you were, knowing Scott Williamson's story.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't take anything.
Well, Easley and Scott Williamson had both white-knuckled their way off of it. And I knew both of them, thankfully. And I called them both, and they both were like, oh, man, just hang in there. And look, after the first week, it does get, like I could shuffle
it was
around
no fun to live
a little
with.
bit, but.
I can't imagine going through it for you because I was just watching it. It was rough.
It's scary.
I mean, it's just, it's worse than MS. It's worse than chemo. It's worse than any of it. Like, it is.
And they're giving it, like, that's a whole nother.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what makes me so angry about everything that's going on right now.
Yeah.
They're just.
Not anymore.
Hopefully,
no.
They're going to change that.
Now what I've found out with the medicine that I do take now.
Mm-hmm. Now we can't get it.
Now you can't even get like.
That's Tennessee though. That's not all over.
True.
Tennessee has got its own.
Now the people that need the medicine.
In California, they were like. Eh.
Well, like Jody, when he got diagnosed with diabetes right before my brother passed away, and his numbers were so high, they're like, we want you on the. Not Ozempic, like
the GLP-1.
Yes, yeah. And he couldn't get it because everybody's taking it to get skinny. And he couldn't get it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
And so it took a while but
is it helping?
Well, he says that it saved his life because
is he skinny?
He's gained a little bit of it back, but in some ways I like him when he's not that skinny. But like at around my brother's time of all that, he says it saved his life because he carries his weight in his chest.
Yeah,
like
me too.
He's
I'm
like
barrel-chested.
He's a bear, and I think I always say it's a singer thing too. Like he needs his his rib cage is huge.
Him too.
His rib cage is huge. Sarah Clayton has the same kind of rib cage.
And his pawpaw too was the same.
What my girls don't understand is I can't do anything quiet. Like if I try to just talk to them in church, they're like, "Shh, you don't realize how loud you are."
He can't whisper. He doesn't know how. Does Jody know how to whisper?
He always tells me, this is a funny thing about our marriage. He will say something, I'm like, shh, Jody, don't say that out loud. And he's like, no one is listening. And I'm like, yes, they are. Everyone's always listening.
Everybody is listening.
She does that at home if she wants to talk about somebody behind their back. And it's just her and I at home.
No one else, you can't.
She'll get real quiet, like, you're not going to believe what they did.
And Jody said,
And I'm like, speak up because it's just us.
Just us. And Jody will say that to me, but if we're out at dinner and he always says full names when he talks. And I'm like, what are you doing? And it's not like we talk about people. It's like if something
we do talk about
but
people.
if like something happened, I'm like that. No, like there's couples sitting here, and he's like, they can't hear me, and I'm like, they absolutely can because I hear every word they're saying.
Yeah, because I'm following.
I'm totally listening to what happened to
tell you what's going
grandmother's
on.
sister last week. Like
absolutely, and I'm following you.
And I can hear three. I will one of my biggest pet peeves. I don't know if you guys in a restaurant. There's always one person that's so loud.
I hate it.
And you can't hear. They're at a table with their friends. You can't hear a word that anyone else is at that table saying, but you can hear everywhere. And we're like,
we want to know all the other
talk?
Conversations. We want to know what they're saying too.
We would rather eavesdrop than listen to each other talk.
Well, we know we're together
all the time.
So we'll just go ahead and be like, ooh, what's happening over there?
Hang on now, just a minute.
I know. It's like,
hang on. That's really interesting.
We used to go to J. Alexander's all the time, and Gwen Shamlin was there every day.
Did you used to go?
Yes, she was always there.
Always there
That
with
was like
that
her
big
office.
hair. Yeah.
Always.
So we're like, I hope they sit us near Gwen because we can hear.
I sat next to him
on.
all the time.
Yeah.
Don't bow down to the refrigerator.
Yeah, she got in a fight with her.
I got in a fight with Gwen Shamlin once. We need to tell that another time because we got to end this. This is very long.
No,
I'm not telling the Gwen Shamlin story. It's too long.
No. You got to tell it. We can tell it again.
It's a forked tongue. That's
Yeah.
what she told me. It's a forked tongue. She said that because I believed in the Trinity. I can't remember.
Well, weren't you at a Bible study with her?
I was at a thing, and she was, yes, it was like a Bible study. My friend invited me. Our next door neighbor was big in that whole thing.
Well, she started out big.
Yes. And then she's like, you need to come to my Bible study with me. We talk about obedience. And I was like, all right.
I mean, she lost like a human.
Yeah, she did. She lost a lot of weight. But anyway, So I went to the Bible study with her. Well, Gwen was teaching. And I didn't know. I mean, she's like, we're at this
She was really nice.
new church. Gwen was nice.
Wasn't she?
I mean, sometimes. She wasn't this day.
Oh.
She told me I was not called out. I was not part of the remnant.
What, just being at the Bible study, she just picked you out of the group?
No, I think I commented on something she said and she did not like it. And I honestly can't remember what we were talking about.
Yeah, I came back and we had driven together. I went and ran some errands while she was at this thing. It was in Cool Springs. And so I came back and picked her up and she's like, well, I won't be coming back there.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Oh, it was rough. Yeah. I mean, you're just not called out.
And Jennifer goes,
That's what she told me.
Jennifer said something like, well, I don't know if it says that in the original text.
Oh, she's like, I got my Bible right here. I don't need the Greek. I got my Bible right here.
So, of course, when she died in that plane crash, Jennifer's like, oh no, she didn't die.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, no, she did.
No.
No, I have a friend that was friends with her. I thought my friend was on the plane.
Well, you don't think she's evading taxes somewhere?
I think she died. And I'm a total conspiracy theorist. I mean, I will go down every rabbit hole with you,
All right.
but she died.
Elvis?
Alive.
I struggle with that one. I'm not going to lie.
Winona?
I do. Oh, I don't know that one.
I know. I think I made it up.
I do think she made it up.
Moon landing, I do not
you
believe
got to
it's
hear the
moon.
Winona
Okay,
one.
I agree. I think Winona is Elvis's daughter.
Do you believe that because she sounds so similar?
No.
Because
I
she does
believe that
sound.
because
they
her
have
mother
the same kind
was in Elvis movies. And she looks like Elvis. And she sounds like Elvis.
Well, I
And
think she
Ashley
sounds like-
can't sing.
You don't like her voice?
No, Ashley. I love Winona's voice.
Oh, Winona's voice makes
What
me
I'm
happy.
saying is, it did.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like, I don't
I
think
see
that
what you're
Ashley and
saying.
Winona have the same dad.
I could, I hate to say I could totally see that, but
Right?
but I've always thought, and I've said this to Jody before because we love Winona's.
Oh,
voice.
I love Winona.
Sarah Clayton, when she was really little, was obsessed with the Judds. I mean,
So
she's.
was Jennifer.
I was
mean,
too.
it's Mama. Mama, he's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean, Sarah Clayton would sing. She sounded like. That's a thing. Like kids, they kind of mimic what they're.
Yeah.
Were you at that dinner with us when Winona?
No. She wasn't there.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay, but
I was not at-
Moonland, you're out on the moon landing.
I
We're out on the
knew
moon lane.
Cactus, her husband, because he went to a
Yeah.
church I went to before they.
Yes.
So we knew Cactus.
Highway 101.
I knew Cactus, but I've met Winona, but I don't have the privilege of saying
Back
we're
to the
friends.
important
I
stuff,
wish.
though.
Oh, important stuff. Moon landing.
You out on that.
I'm totally out on moon landing.
Amen, sister.
Man, I have to say, there's some new stuff coming out about the moon landing. Now you have to resign yourself that their dudes walked around on it, but they found stuff on it that we don't know about.
Ooh.
Helen, wait a minute.
You could prove me.
This is the most
I
important
know what you're
one.
going to say, Helen Keller. I know you're going to say Helen Keller.
What about her?
I believe she was real. I do not believe she flew a plane. You want to tell me that you are blind?
He doesn't believe she even existed.
I believe she existed, but didn't she? Okay, so this is really funny. I wish
the
you
wo-
need to have.
I
I'll
think-
tell you need to have on here is Jennifer Christensen. She is a teacher at Christ Pres, the coolest human being that's ever walked this earth. She is an English teacher. Well, the kids got in a huge debate over it.
Oh, about Helen Keller.
About Helen Keller.
Oh,
and she put
interesting.
it on her Instagram because everyone follows her on Instagram. She's so fun to folloll. And so she lives in Mount Juliet, but
Oh my
teaches
gosh, drives
there.
all the way there.
And so she had a poll. I think it devastated her because the kids were like, she absolutely didn't exist. And I said, okay, I believe she absolutely existed, but I believe didn't she have like a
her
caregiver,
handler.
her handler, her caregiver? I believe that's where that came from.
Do you think she wrote the books and all the things?
How can she?
No, I mean the handler. The handler wrote the
Yeah,
book.
the handler did it
Yes.
all.
I think she did it all because
And then-
I didn't go to Harvard. I did not go. I did. It doesn't take someone going to
You
Harvard.
went to Mobile State.
I
or
went to
whatever.
University. I went to Union University.
Oh, okay.
And then came home, went to the University of Mobile. Then I went to interior design school because
I did not go to college.
I went
But
a lot.
listen,
I went
you
to college
can-
too much.
You can talk, hear, and see. Could you write a book? And
No.
could you fly a plane?
Maybe.
I
couldn't write a book, but
common sense tells you if you can't. From what she was 11 months old or something that
Yes.
happened when she was like.
I know. I
but
feel
you
you.
can't see, you can't hear, you can't speak.
but you can write a novel
and fly a plane.
I'm with you.
How have they made us believe this crap?
This is what. Okay, he flew an F-16.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes.
I did.
But when I say he flew an F-16, he was not in it by himself.
Yeah.
Just like Helen Keller probably went
I believe
like
she
that
existed
for
absolutely.
a second
existed.
on the steering wheel of the airplane.
What was the conversation like trying to get her on that plane? They would have had to somehow explain to her what a plane is.
They were doing it in her hand.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Water.
Yes, they did it in her hand.
I can't even take a cue from you at a restaurant.
Absolutely not.
Not to turn
Kicking
around.
him under the table.
Isn't
Why
that-
are you kicking
why are you
me?
Why do men do that? Why are you kicking me?
It's not all men.
Shut up.
It's not all men. I think it's just ours.
I'm like, shut up.
Shut up. I'm kicking you for a reason.
Shut up.
I will be at a table with another couple. I kick him. Why'd you just kick me?
Okay, but that is the first human response when someone kicks
No,
you.
no, it's not.
You
You're
go,
married.
And I go, oh, it must have been by mistake.
Oh, I didn't mean to kick you. And then do it again.
Stupid.
Yeah, right in the shin. No, yeah. Jody, do y'all ever have like these couple, like
Hey, he's got to go.
oh, he's got to
no.
go.
Here's what we need to do. We need to get your friend,
Okay,
the girl,
Yeah.
the three of you just need to do a podcast.
Oh, but her friend doesn't do
But
conspiracies.
you know what would be so funny is couples. Jody.
Okay, let's
have
do that.
Jody. Yes, let's have
Now
Jody.
he's trouble though.
Oh, I
like
love
I've
it.
been nice.
You didn't say shit or anything. This has been probably the most meaningful episode we've had.
It is very meaningful.
Oh, you're well.
it was
I have
very sweet.
I
Thank you
was-
for sharing
I
your
told
story.
Jeremy, like I am all when they asked me to talk at Hope Clinic, my brother had bought the front table and he had given all the money for them to have their thing, and I had to speak. I thought I was going to die.
Well,
Literally, because this is not my thing at
well,
all.
thank you for sharing your story. I really appreciate
I
it.
hope it wasn't like too like.
It was so interesting. I loved it. Thank you.
Oh, you're
Thank
so
you for being
welcome.
here. We're going to have Jody and we're
Okay.
all going to talk.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Thank you.
That's how you're signing off now?
I don't know.
When it was my podcast, you had to make a big deal out of it.
How about you make a big deal now?
No,
You make a big deal about
How about
it.
it's your big deal?
I talked more.
You're
on
a
this
big
one.
deal.
You're a big deal.
Jennifer Deibler is a big deal.
Jennifer
That's the name.
Deibler is a big deal.
Absolutely. All right. Bye.